Okay, whoops. Ready? Here we go.
This is a conspiracy. That's what this is.
Kanye West is surely a clone. Kanye had sex with a 13-year-old. The Nazis tried to rid the world of the Ashkenazi serpent throne, but they didn't work alone. Both sides controlled and murdered their own. But God's forbidden you to know the truth of your history. But history is written by those who claim victory. But they've convinced you that's a conspiracy. You shouldn't believe, but it's clear to see. If you look beneath the surface to the hood of creeps in churches that feed on the blood of the children that they purchase, bleed adrenochrome through fear, wearing their epidermis, like the murderous Hillary Clinton, all the missing kids she's killing.
I couldn't sleep last night. There were lions and bears tearing you from my side. I couldn't sleep last night. You were chasing a bird till the beast caught your eye.
They use HAARP to manipulate the weather. GMOs making you sicker than ever. It seems like it's never ever getting any better. Chemtrails filling our skies with poison. Pesticides killing and destroying endless lives. The fish are dying in the ocean like Kurt Cobain. My mind is open. The curse of fame, to have all eyes focused on you for a moment. To be murdered then staged as suicide. Forever in time frozen. Celebrities replaced by clones, and you never even notice. They live, you sleep, they kill and eat. Children meat, villains feast on billions of sheep, thinking they're free. Victims in prison in their own beliefs, consistently sick and living on their knees.
I couldn't sleep last night. There were lions and bears tearing you from my side. I couldn't sleep last night. You were chasing a bird till the beast caught your eye.
Is the earth a glow, flat or hollow? When we die, do we return back to earth? Our bones swallowed in the dirt? Or do we keep living lives, turning back at birth to this hollow existence curse? Is it true that evil entities are potentially keeping us perpetually slaves for our energy for centuries? Making sure we eventually destroy ourselves, making each other our enemy when we're all connected to the same chemistry. But there's those that claim supremacy, claiming defense as an excuse for ethnically cleansing and committing genocide. And don't forget the men that have died, that believed they were fighting for freedom, but the elites lied to achieve their goals through violence, ignoring the people's cries for reason.
I couldn't sleep last night. There were lions and bears tearing you from my side. I couldn't sleep last night. You were chasing a bird till the beast caught your eye.
Communists have infiltrated our countries. Mass migration, you will be replaced and go hungry, while they call you a racist and take all your tax money and give it to invaders until you also have nothing and we're all equally poor. Corporate greed, always stealing what's yours. A house, good food, a car, clean water. Don't worry, you don't need that anymore. The state will take care of you. All you have to do is surrender all your rights and freedoms. If you're depressed, the government will end your life with a needle. When the government becomes tyrannical, it's up to the people to fight against this evil. The future is here, the way we're headed. I wouldn't be surprised if Lucifer appeared.
I couldn't sleep last night. There were lions and bears tearing you from my side. I couldn't sleep last night. You were chasing a bird till the beast caught your eye.
Welcome, everybody, to Strange Brew Podcast. We are live right now everywhere to discuss probably one of the most controversial topics we have yet to discuss, and that was the brand new debut, hasn't even released on YouTube yet. The new music video I threw together for my song Conspiracy Theory, and there will be another one coming for Conspiracy Theory Part 2. People are really liking, By God We'll Have Her Home Again. So eventually maybe I'll make an actual music video with me in it like I did for
You should
Parasites.
play that one later on.
Yeah, it's people seem to like it right now. You know, it's a lot of crazy things are going on, and if I can use my music to convey a message that I think is important, I will do so.
Oh, dude, I mean, your music, you know, it's helping the spirit of the age, right? The genius loci of our people.
There's some dudes that are like, yo, I can't believe you're rapping and making like pro-white music essentially, right? That new song, Blame White People and stuff. And it's just like the things that I care about and the things that I notice in my own culture, I'm going to like produce. And the thing is, people are like, I hear this all the time. It's like, you know, because I speak and I'm proud to be white. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't have anything against other people or whatever, right? But I always hear
you just have a love for your own.
Yeah. Like I don't want to see my people go extinct. Like that's not a crazy thing to think, right? And I don't want my country, my home, my nation that my ancestors built turned into something different because cultures come in and significantly change it, right? But I always get this thing where it's like
as well as it being pushed, right?
Yeah, and the hatred for white people is definitely pushed.
Yes. It's you could say a plan.
And so like I get this comment all the time of people be like, I've had it a couple of times. People are like, you know, you're talking about like, you know, being you're a white European, and it's like you're using another person's culture with hip hop, right? And I'm always, well, hip hop was especially nowadays was a Jewish creation because they were like the record executives that were pushing all the violence.
All the rappers are queer actors, dude.
Yeah, I know, dude. Tupac.
None of them are legit gangsters. But the only one was Eazy-E.
Yeah,
some of them from Memphis, but they're all dead now. So
and then but the thing is, though, also is there was Scandinavian traditions and even Viking traditions of that they would use poetry and they would like battle rap. They would like diss each other.
Yeah, fighting.
So, and then I've always been like, first of all, like black people didn't invent poetry. That's existed for a long time, and I'm pretty sure a white guy was writing some gay poetry thinking about this chick that he just lost. And then singing an instrumental over a beat is, you know, like rapping kind of over poetry is been around for a long time also.
So, I mean, it's definitely a form of poetry, you know.
That's my little beef with that because they're always like, it's not your culture. All right.
Oh, fuck, that was awful. All right.
Talking
What's
to
up,
Matthew
the real
McConaughey?
J2? Yeah, Matthew McConaughey, not Matthew. I'm kind of gay or whatever people have called me before.
Matthew
McConaughey.
That's so funny. Tell everyone who you are.
And Scandinavia. Happy Freaks Day, everybody. It is the weekend. And I'm very happy to be here, Tom.
This is Jules from Grey Pilled, if you do not know.
Hey, guys.
I didn't even introduce myself. I am the Raptilian, a.k.a. Tom Thompson, a.k.a. So we're having fun. I haven't been drinking for, I'm on 27 days not drinking. Fuck. No, it's fine. I don't give a shit. It's fine. I almost broke
in your face, dude.
No, it's fine.
I quit drinking for 8 months.
That's good. And that doesn't bother me. I almost cracked tonight, though.
Went to an event for my son's school.
Yeah.
Drank. That was about a month ago, and I have some drinks on the weekends, not really during the week. I ain't got time for that.
I just want to do it for myself because I'm working out and stuff like that. I haven't not drank for like maybe 2 months or whatever for like I don't know, like 14 years or something. I don't know, like I've drank most of my life and stuff like that because how I grew up and the people I grew up around and stuff, and I always kept it at bay. But I was like, I want to do this to prove to myself, right? Like I can do this and live without it and stuff. But I almost cracked tonight because I have from when Billy came down and we did our fun tortures and punishment episode. There's still like some eggnog liqueur in the fridge, and I'm like, that's the only thing we have, and I'm like, oh, I almost cracked. Like I was like, I could drink that.
Yeah.
Eggnog
Somebody in the
fucking
chat,
February.
in your chat, I think, was talking about the fighting with the Scalds. Yeah. And
Thomas
not only were the Scalds like or the Scalds these ancient poets, kind of like the bards that were in England. But all the stuff that they were reciting was esoteric in nature. A lot of the mythologies and you know, it's beautiful art. But
Skaldic traditions were about boasting and rhyme, yeah, and then fighting was featured in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I actually have that game. I can't play
played the
games.
game a few nights ago. Great. I now have. I've spent the last few times playing in Jotunheim, just killing the giants, trying to get all of Emir's flaming tears. I think. His flame
not a
tears.
gaming podcast.
There's like 33. There's 33 of them.
Yeah,
There's 33 of them.
There's.
There's.
I have no time to play. I'm playing Silent Hill 2, the remake, because my
Skipping out.
buddy gave it to me, and then he sold his PlayStation 5, so now I have it forever. So I'm like, and I've been playing the new Tony Hawk, but I like never play video games. I was like, I could be working on the show, I could be working on music, I could be doing hanging out with my daughter, hanging out with my, you know what I mean? So it's like there's always the excuse, but a couple of days.
Shout
now,
out your
I've kind of
daughter,
relaxed.
dude.
Yeah,
Beautiful little girl.
yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Beautiful little girl.
So we're gonna get into some dark stuff on this episode. I'm just trying to like brace myself for talking. About
Somebody asked if I was from Texas. No, Mississippi, even shittier. So
yeah, so make
Poor
sure to
state in the
support the
country.
show, like, comment.
did you want
join
me to
Patreon.
share who I am, or did
Yeah. Tell everybody who you are. What are you about if they don't know?
guys? I'm Jules, the Mississippi Mystic, the handsome Hierophant, the sound scientist, the Elohim etymologist of many names and titles. I'm the host of the Gray Pilled podcast.
Did you give yourself all of those?
Well, not only a few of them I gave, but there's some other. I used to be called Handsome Faggot, so I changed that to
That's
Handsome
so
Hot.
funny.
It was something. Mersh from Revenge of the Sis, a pretty big show on Rumble, was watching
all my
my stream
nicknames were like given
one
to
night
me.
and called me a handsome faggot, and so people were just like, "Hey, handsome faggot, you know
That's
what's up?"
fun.
So, and then the handsome Wadget, and then we got handsome Hierophant. So I'm the host of the Great Pill Podcast. I also am a co-host on the Occult Rejects. Okay.
Do you know about pizza?
Dude, I mean, I actually have some pizza right here. I believe it's Johnny's Pizza, and
Sure, it's
I
not
will
that.
be eating
It's not
it in a minute if
Cosmic
it's not
Pizza
too
or whatever
cold.
we're gonna get into. Yeah, Comet Ping Pong. You didn't get from Comet Ping Pong? I thought it was like some name like that, Cosmic. So be
J2.
warned. This is
J2.
probably going to get graphic. I skimmed through the article when I found this and stuff like that, and I added some more stuff to it. So when I was researching all this could get pretty dark. It's probably going to get pretty disturbing. And, if you hear me have a sense of humor on this, it's just how I deal with dark things. It's always been the way that we've done this show, is that to get through the dark times, you got to have dark humor. And what Aaron's grandma used to tell him in Ireland, whatever, how old, I don't know if she's alive or dead, that if you're not laughing, you're crying. So
If you're not laughing, you're crying.
yeah.
I don't know how to. Was that Irish? Was that good?
Where's
Aaron? I need to meet Aaron.
It's too.
I've listened to him way too much to not have met him yet. Not only your show, but fucking those conspiracy guys. Like I had no idea. It's like, dude.
Yeah, we need to get all together. We're trying to do it more often.
for sure. I know he's like probably sleeping right now or getting up.
Yes,
maybe.
it's very late there.
Yeah.
So can you open with a Pizzagate joke? Why don't you give us a Pizzagate joke? We kind of did already by Jules eating pizza, right? So
Yeah, guys. That was kind of. I have a nicotine pouch in my mouth. Quit vaping some time ago, so I've been doing the Velo, and the Velo is better than nothing. So
I can't eat that shit, bro. Like
It's
my buddy
okay.
used
You don't have
one
to
at
spit.
work, and he
It's not
kept
like
giving it
this.
to me, and it's like it made me go. It made me like
And
hiccup.
it's cappuccino flavor, dude. Cappuccino flavor it's the shit. It's the shit.
So
It's good. I
Pizzagate,
like it.
we are talking about Pizzagate.
God.
Pizzagate is the term given to the flow of news and revelations about the possible network of pedophiles that operated in Washington through symbols, keywords within a couple of family pizzerias. So we're going to be covering these accusations of child abuse. So it will get pretty dark. And everybody watching this, listening to this, everything we're about to say is speculation and theory. Take nothing seriously. This is a comedy podcast. But yes, we're...
Yes, indeed.
When researchers from Reddit and 4chan began to delve into the subject of Podesta's leaked emails, they found something a little strange. Strange references to pizza, ping pong, and small establishments in the Northwest Washington, D.C. called Ping Pong. Comet Ping Pong. It turns out within thousands of Podesta's emails that left Hillary Clinton in a bad position in handling the situation in Libya and Syria when she was Secretary of State for the Obama administration. There was also strange emails which included keywords, persistently repeated phrases seemed to have no meaning or no contextual meaning. Only when it was understood that there was a code language in the same, it was possible to measure what was being said in those emails. Podesta and his perverted friends talked about child abuse with encrypted languages that's widely used by pedophile circles on the internet for years. They substitute words related to pedophile with innocent words, some related to fast food related ingredients such as pizza, hot dogs, salsa, queso, and more exotic things like nuez and bananas or of colors. Very strange.
The devil is calling.
Oh my God, what was that? Are you okay?
Yeah, I just gotta kind of clear my throat.
Did you do that? Or was that? Oh, that was like your soundboard.
Welcome to hell.
I thought you did it. I was like, whoa.
Give me some
You
hot
sing for a
dogs,
metal
bitch.
band. By the way, dude, I don't know if did you start watching Twin Peaks?
No, I have not yet. I know Twin Peaks.
Dale Cooper
Everybody
said the Grey
loves
Pill's
Twin
good,
Peaks.
guys. Damn good Grey Pill.
What's the difference between a good pizza joke and a bad one? The delivery.
Ba-dum.
I wish I still
I have a
used to
drum
have
set
that.
right here. I
Yeah.
could fucking.
I used to have that. That's the Billy scream. It's a famous
You had like
scream.
these Sopranos and Twin Peaks, like all my favorite shows in your intro. So that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. That took a little bit to throw together, but
Dude,
yeah.
we have the same taste. It's good.
So people I've never been on 4chan. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even like Reddit. I went on Reddit for like a day and I was like, fuck this place. You know, I've read things off of Reddit for like, you know, researching or looking up something. This shit's like, so hot dog equals boy, pizza equals girl, cheese, little girl, pasta, little boy, ice cream equals male prostitute. Walnut is the funniest shit and it means a person of color.
Oh my God.
I'm
There's a
gonna
lot
start
of other
calling
names for
walnuts.
people of color.
I'm gonna start calling people walnuts, bro.
They've come up with some pretty creative names for us. What's I None
Goyim?
comes
What?
to mind,
Nicknames for
I
us?
could care
Goyim.
what is it? Pigskin or pigskin. So we have pigskin or something because we're pink. Some of us are a little pinker. Like pig. I don't
Their
know.
nicknames are terrible.
If there's
but,
any
you know,
blacks watching, let us know
yeah,
what
racist.
some
racist jokes.
some things you like to call the
The only white joke I could ever find, obviously everyone knows a lot of black jokes, but the only one I could ever find was what does a white guy make his wife for dinner?
one.
Reservations. It's so dumb, but it's like that's all I
Hey.
could find. I remember the one time at a family dinner, me and my cousins went through like the most like controversial and like fucked up jokes. So according to the FBI, these terms are used in the most elite pedophile networks, referring to sexual situations with children. And some suggest the practice is more macabre of a cult ceremony. John and Tony Podesta were also related to the case of the great media resonance. So the case disappeared of a girl named Madeleine McCain. Famous case. Aaron was reading the book about it at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, pretty disturbing.
Have you
And,
read this book, by the way?
Oh no, you told me about it last time. I'm gonna have to get
Dude,
that.
order it. I'm still on the first chapter about Mark Dutroux.
Mayo Monkey, I
because
like that
I'm
one.
still reading
Chalk
fucking,
Demons, I like
four
that.
Manly P. Hall books.
Yeah, Chalk Demons is funny.
Yeah.
Mayo Monkey is funny. I like that. That's,
Mayo Monkey. Yeah. I actually call my son a Mayo Monkey. I was like,
I
you
call
Mayo
him a
Monkey.
racial
He
slur.
was like, what the hell, Dad? I was like, it's something you hear on Twitter.
That's so funny. So yeah, John Podesta is a sick fuck. In this case of this disappearance of Madeleine McCann happened in Portugal. It turns out that this little girl vanished from a hotel room where she was vacationing with her parents, her little brothers, and never appeared again. The few witnesses who saw something on that day of the events described two suspicious suspects accompanied by a small girl at the time that Madeleine disappeared, very close to the hotel where she was sleeping. The identity, they don't know who the identity was of the person, but thanks to the description, it is eerily similar to the Podesta brothers, who were on the day of the disappearance less than 1 kilometer away from the McCann family where they stayed. The Podestas were staying in the house of another known pedophile, and his name was Clemens Feud. Grandson, Clemens
Freud.
Freud from it's great, the grandson of Sigmund Freud, which is crazy.
Fucking pedo creep.
What religion does he subscribe to? Rented. Yeah, I'm guessing.
Do you have a sound for that?
I used to. I don't.
I have the.
I gotta get.
And then the startup of the song, but I never let it go too far because
yeah, it's kind of copyright, right?
we're on YouTube.
Do I have it? Oh, I thought I had it.
My wife very scared from a man with a chocolate face.
This is the one I was thinking.
What is the best gun to defend from a Jew?
Yeah, what's up, Vanilla Face?
Yeah, me and my buddy Asimov would need to post up or whatever.
Dude, he came to a McDade's in Bellhaven, like downtown Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where if you buy the Borat DVD, or if you ever bought it, because I don't they even sell DVDs anymore. You basically go to the I think the extras or whatever, and he's at the store I worked at as a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Buying cheese, and he's like, what is this cheese? And they're just like, it's cheese. And he's like, what is this? And he's like, it's cheese. And he does it for like 2 or 3 minutes, and they're just like laughing. But yeah, that's in Jackson.
Yeah, it's like I enjoy his humor, right?
He went to the Delta, I think, to film
kind
some
of thing.
of that.
He's kind of a subversive. But anyways.
Well, hey, dude. No, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah.
No, he's a piece of shit. He should be quartered.
Don't say anything. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yes! What's wrong with you? What you screaming for?
That's what he was saying to. I can't say it now because it's too dark.
I would say he's an anti-white piece of shit.
Oh yeah, right. They kind of all are for some reason. Like they really hate us.
Well,
and want to get rid of us.
Anti-Semitism is embedded in European DNA, Tom. If you didn't know, and what else we know about anti-Semitism, it has to be uprooted. So the Europeans have to be uprooted.
Anti-Semitism is dumb as hell. It's Semitic means.
Oh, the word means nothing anymore.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Nazi, right?
Well, it never meant anything to begin with. It's Semitic was like Arabic people. It was just saying you're anti-Arabic people because that's the word Semitic comes from.
Yeah.
And it's just like it doesn't even have to do anything with you. You just kind of weaponize like they did the word racist. You know, they just weaponize words and get people to bow down to
and
words.
our symbols. Our words and our symbols.
Yeah, it's crazy how people fall for that. Like, look how racist these comments are. And it's like everybody is racist in their own right. I know a lot of people don't want to admit it, but everyone has prejudices against people, even if they don't realize it.
Someone who loves their race.
Yeah, and they don't like that when white people are proud to be themselves, but then they want everybody else to be, and that's my problem. You know, so returning to Pizzagate, the things get dark.
Because we can go off on.
I know.
Sorry, I was going to say we could go off on so many tangents. So continue. I know how you're
returning. I got high, so I'm trying to keep it on the train because I'm like, Without drinking, I've just been getting high on the show all the time. Returning to Pizzagate, the thing gets darker when investigators, senders, and receivers of John Podesta's email. This guy who spoke in his ear to what could be the president of the United States turns out to be very close to a scary artist named Marina Abramović. This witch, for sure, she's a witch.
Yeah, she's dead. I actually let me go to my Twitter and pull this up here in a second. I have a clip of her referring to Trump as
there's
the
some
greatest
weird
magician
videos
to
of
ever
her.
live. If you want me to pull that up here in a minute.
Is it racist if you just plain hate everybody? Yeah, well, Old Saucy's like, I enjoy racism. I got one for that.
That's racism, man. I love to racism, bro.
Excuse me. God, I'm gassy.
Yeah, Ron Paul's quote in Bruno was great. So yeah, while you're bringing that up, this is a recognized artist focused on the occult themes with a rather disturbing and aesthetic, and is admired by Hollywood stars such as Lady Gaga or Jay-Z, amongst others of the American jet set. Who the fuck they are? The characters organize dinners according to the indications of the occult rituals called spirit cooking. This spirit cooking, or spiritual cooking, which was a sacrament created by black magic par excellence, Aleister Crowley, in which menstruation blood is mixed with breast milk, urine, and semen to create a painting. And who's invited to those fun dinners? Well, nobody but John Podesta and Tony Podesta, amongst others. Some claim that Hillary herself went to these esoteric Roombas.
What color would that even make? A brown? Pee, cum, and blood?
And no, menstrual blood, which is
God, so it's like coagulated
pennies.
and
smell like
Jesus.
delicious pennies.
Gee,
Everybody's knows.
God, Tom. Oh.
I did that once. The only a true sailor sails the Red Seas at least once. And I was Aaron's.
Yo, you should put that on a shirt.
And
hey, I can't.
I did it when I was like 14.
I've been married for 12 years. So.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I did. It was pennies. Yeah, I know they're all bad. I see people in the chat; they're all bad. They're all in on it. Your favorite celebrity, the people that you love, everyone they're all like, I like Shia LaBeouf, and I'm like, I don't know, he's probably got some bad. He was accused of stuff, and Billy made that joke once where I'm like, all my heroes are turning into like predators, and he's like, well, the shoe fits.
Mia Goth, didn't he?
Yeah, that's too bad.
I have
a crush on her. So does
I was gonna say that's a W. She's very attractive for women of celebrity status. Like I think most of them are dog
conventional.
shit.
She looks like even Jennifer Lawrence and stuff like that. Like I find some of the the girl next door look. I know, but
I can't Jennifer Lawrence. The girl next door. Speaking of that, Elisha Cuthbert was a teenage heartthrob.
Yeah.
What other movie?
But they're all evil.
Good?
Everybody.
House of Wax. House of Wax is a good one.
Natalie Portman's Jewish, which is disappointing.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, man.
Who runs Talmudwood? I wonder, right?
But they look European, right? So think about like some generations ago, they were probably European. Like their ancestors.
Some
and
people
they were. They signed. Did they sign a deal where they had to, corrupt their bloodline, and then in doing so, they were awarded generations of fame and fortune?
Probably, maybe.
Hey, it's a possibility.
So, brother Podesta and Abramović, are very close friends with another guy named James L. Fontes. James L. Fontes. I don't know if I have an image of this guy. This is stuff that's interesting. Here's a spirit cooking at a regular appearance at a 2011 Podesta exhibit featured art by the artist. So this is some of the art that they that appears on their exhibits. This one's weird, right?
Fuck?
Helen Van Meen, artist featured in Tony and Heather Podesta's
Is
collection.
that a dead child?
That's what it looks like.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Yeah,
these are the people that run our institutions.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. This is John Podesta's art.
Sick right here, dude. This shit.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
Yeah, for sure.
Guys,
this is a dark subject. All the people on my channel, you know, we for the last year we've been on an esoteric journey, you know, into the unknown, but we go into conspiracies every now and again. But y'all should know when we fuck around with Strange Brew, it always gets into some crazy shit.
Oh yeah, I try to
put your big boy pants on
stuff.
and Fire Pixie and Panda are throwing up. Y'all.
Why did Marina Abramović wear any panties to the pizza party? To get a better grip on the broomstick.
Oh God.
Oh man, it's
some.
Well, I know Jewish celebrities go back
joke.
decades. They changed their names and hide their heritage. That's the thing. It's like, okay, I'm not saying all Jewish people are evil or something like that. Don't take this out of context. Like if people are getting arrested for mowing swastikas in their lawn in fucking Canada, it's wild. And but the thing is, like, just being like, whoa, I got questions, and why do you got to change your names? So people don't see either, like, you know, the innocent thing that, you know, there's an overrepresentation of Jewish people in Hollywood because they're, you know, giving each other favors, much like, you know, Indians do when they drive trucks into people and stuff like that, right? They're like all like scamming and helping each other out, go through, you know, do these scams and these fronts to make money. And, you know, it's like, or it's the thing of like, you control Hollywood and the media. And it's like, and if people notice that, that's not anti-Semitic. That's just like literally facts. If you have like most of the companies that are controlled and owned are Jewish or stuff like that, and it makes me think because Hollywood or Disney has been taken over supposedly by some Jewish people or whatever. And is it true that
just
Walt
so happens
Disney
that
was
these
a
people are
Nazi?
Jewish?
Was it true that Walt Disney was a Nazi? Because he also was a Freemason. Freemasonry goes back to Zionism.
He was in the Demole Lodge, which is, you know, old school, like Knights Templar Jesuit shit. So, you know, which is embedded in Jewish mysticism.
Lady Gaga is going to do some Super Bowl appearance. She got a new album. We're going to be talking about some of this MK Ultra stuff, and I want to get into Marilyn Monroe and some of these aspects of the mind control and like Lady Gaga.
I had Cosmic Peach on to talk about Marilyn Monroe, dude. Shout out Julia. She's an occult reject too.
I've never met her.
Hit her up, man. Get her on to talk about, like, I had her on. We talked about JFK, Marilyn, a bunch of other shit.
I've seen like a clip of her. She seems to know her shit.
She had her baby on her the whole time. It's pretty cool.
How do you fit 1,000 Jews in a car? Throw a quarter in. How do you fit 1,000 Jews in a car? That's so funny, man.
Oh no! They're gonna say the ashtray joke.
The decline of Disney started with Eisner. So connected to
Michael Eisner.
Oh, interesting. That's why I was like, we talked about it way back in the day before I was like clued into some other things that are going on that, you know, I questioned it, but I never wanted to push that boundary too much. But like, according to a lot of stuff, Walt Disney was a Nazi, but then he was a Freemason, which just doesn't make sense because they're both connected. It just doesn't make sense. Weird. Yeah, obviously they do these weird paintings. They like, you know, they shit on a canvas and then they like piss on it. And that's the thing. They mock like art and stuff like that, where they're being like, look at this banana taped to this wall. Give me $1 million. Like, it's like they're subversively changing art and trying to convince people that like, you know, wee man like drawn into a wall is like art or whatever, you know? What did the white guy do when his dishwasher broke? He slapped her. All right. It's like now Old Saucy's just playing Billy's part on the show. So obviously, and this is funny. So this guy named James Alphonsus, name and surname, that seems to reference in French, Jamie els enfants, which means I love children. His name literally means I love children. And this guy was connected to John Podesta, the Podesta brothers, and Marina Abramović. And, you know, she is a well-known artist that is in lots of Hollywood circles. You know, she's hanging out with Jay-Z. You know, we all know that he thinks he's a part of the Illuminati. They probably just told him that. And it's like, yeah, just go on stage and raise your hands up, and we'll pretend you're in the brotherhood, but we don't want no brothers in this brotherhood,
Right. Yeah, no, you had to do the Prince Hall Masons.
Look
right?
at this sick bitch, man.
And you had Prester John and the
We'll bring up those later.
Ethiopian, that whole lodge that came out of that. But it's all based in Jewish mysticism.
Yeah,
From the
well,
Kabbalah,
that's true.
the Zohar, all the Midrash text, and even the Talmud and the Torah.
Yeah,
People
that's
want to, they always talk about the Talmud, they always talk about the Zohar and the Kabbalah and all that other stuff. But if you read the
So
Torah,
this was on the wall of one of the spirit cooking things. So then the rituals.
With a sharp knife, cut deeply into the middle finger of your left hand. Eat the pain. Eat it.
dude, it's like, we get it. All right, we get it. But you don't have to be so fucking weird and gross about it. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like, embrace the pain, embrace the suffering. It's like, yeah, they want us to always go through like suffering all the time is good. And like, look, when you do suffer in life, when it is thrust upon you by any situation that you come across, you should endure it and you should break through that, right? Come out of that.
It's the whole
refined
redemption
and
through
not
sin type
defined
thing. Yeah, it's like we just covered the Francis cult. It's not, as for everybody watching and listening. It's not out yet. I'll be releasing it in the next maybe couple weeks or whatever.
You got a lot of shit you're releasing.
Yeah, but Redemption Through Sin 1666 with the Francis cult and stuff like that. And it's this whole idea that like they believe they can reach God or whatever they believe is God by defying God, by doing the most sinful practices like sleeping with your own mother and sister and all sorts of fucked up shit. And it's essentially to like go against God. And this is what some of these Jewish people do. It's weird. I'm sure like Muslims and other religions do similar weird practices, like eating the body of Christ and drinking his blood and stuff like that is like a ritual.
Yeah, but you find that okay. So with
with
the sacraments of Christ, you find that in the Dionysian rites, right? All the rites to Dionysus, and like you find these connections in the Last Supper too. And then Christians want to say, well, the pagans adopted that from the Christians. Are you? But
that's not true though. My entire
life,
I've
so the egg comes before the chicken. And I'm not talking about the primordial egg, right? But the egg does not come before the chicken in any case. So
like when Billy is right,
physically
what
or
he always
spiritually,
said is if religion makes you better, whatever. If it makes you a piece of shit, then fuck you. If you like can justify death, it's the same reason. Like even some of this,
if it makes you a piece of shit, you usually it becomes a cult, right?
People
like
are so polarized by politics. Everyone's in a cult, right, left. If anyone believes in the political machine, the system anymore, I truly believe you're brainwashed. Like this idea of like people cheered when Charlie Kirk died on the left, and then. And then when that chick, maybe, I don't know, people can claim she deserved it or whatever. But then she dies and you're cheering for a chick dying, getting shot by law enforcement, too, right? So it's like people are lost their way, you know what I mean? Like, because what I think is going to happen with all this ICE stuff in America, and there's probably going to be a civil war because of the ethnic enclaves, because they let everybody in the country, especially illegals, and they should be gone. But the thing is, I just think it gives more of an excuse for this authoritarian boot. And then a lot of people make the claim that that all the things Trump is doing, he's obviously a Zionist. He's obviously maybe gonna bring the fall of America and the empire.
The funniest thing is when liberals call Trump a Nazi.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then you think about it, right? If the left does get in power again in America, which they will, and we have Mark Carney up here, which is a globalist puppet for the World Economic Forum and probably some of the darkest things you could imagine, connected to people like Jeffrey Epstein. And what's going to probably happen is, once the left goes in power, then they're like all these things that Trump did, they're going to do it, 5 times worse. They're going to like make it the Constitution illegal. They're going to do some crazy shit. I'm sure.
Noahide laws.
Yeah, it seems like where it's.
What
where
about
it's
Canada?
Heading.
Are they kind of on that same? Seems like y'all have
Mark
some kind
Carney
of
literally said he's going to work with China to bring about the New World Order. He said it, and I was like, I was called crazy for telling people this shit was coming when I was 17. Okay, and
they're still the globalists and the Chicoms.
It's so crazy, dude. Fun. So this character, James Elefantis, Mr. I Love Children, the character seems the central axis of this pedophilia network of Pizzagate. He is the owner of the pizzeria Comet Ping Pong, a place in addition to selling pizza and drinks, is rented for different events. You know, birthdays, adult birthdays, actually, presentations of different musical and plastic arts, whatever the fuck that is, and meetings of political nature, such as when Hillary Clinton used it for to raise funds for her campaign in one of the elections as an event that is organized and announced with signatures and presented by John Podesta. That's crazy. German baby. 1200. That's crazy, dude. Please do not touch. Yeah. Very strange. So this type Elefantis appears ranked as one of the 50 most influential people in U.S. politics, despite owning only a couple pizzerias, not a chain of restaurants or a multinational pizza, not the type of a couple. It's not like a couple restaurants. It turns out that he was a huge influence of power on American politics. But we don't really know who this John Elefantis guy really is. But there is another character much loved by many who appears mentioned by Podesta's emails, the friendly former president of the United States, Barack Hussein Obama. I remember when he first came on the scene, and I was like, what a fucking name, man. Is that not a code word for something? Like, especially after the Obama, it's such a psyop. His literally name is Barack Hussein Obama. You know, it just seems like a psyop, like his whole name. So he's a fake person.
Yeah. No. Barry Santoro, right? Or Santori.
Michael, Michelle.
Right, Michelle. Yeah. Somebody was saying she was a Nephilim, maybe.
Give me a hot dog. Sometimes I could do it.
You got it, dude. Somebody said the last 4 Noahide laws don't seem so bad. In fact, morally sound. It's only dangerous in the first 3, but you have to question who's God in those contexts.
Mm-hmm.
Who do they declare legally God? The trap. And that's
crazy.
When you get into Yahweh and who is Yahweh. If you go into the Canaanite Phoenician pantheon, this was a lesser deity. This is not the creator.
Well, and that's what I think. That's what a lot of people have pointed to, that like the God that they worship is not the Almighty God. They're worshiping these different. Some people might be worshiping different gods. Like look at the Indians and their
names are important. I talk about
demons.
this a lot on my show, and that's why I tell Baphomet is not a deity. It is a symbol. Actually,
it is not that old.
Cult. There's nothing but symbolism in that picture. I'm sure there's some kind of like egregoric, dark demon that's been manifested out of so many people being in fear of the goat man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then, Moloch is not a deity. It's a type of sacrifice, a molt sacrifice. And then Lucifer, not a deity, was worshipped as Venus, right? Used in context in the Bible to describe a king.
Yeah, have you ever listened to Beast 1333?
So people, they have these notions or these thoughts, and it just
everyone thinks they're right about everything
this way. That becomes reality. Becomes so.
Have you ever listened to Beast 1333?
No.
He's an
a rapper?
Yeah, epic hip hop artist. That woke me up a long time ago to some of this stuff going on. I listened to him when I was like 16 or something like that. He had like one song with Moral Technique, but like he's like there's not even many pictures of this guy. He just releases a lot of music, and a lot of it is based in truth and the occult. And he talked about he's like it says something about Lucifer means the bearer of light, but they have you worshiping Jesus and stuff like that. And he's like aware of what's.
Well, Christ said that he is the morning star, right?
Yeah, if you look at the demiurge.
And that's all Lucifer was. There wasn't an evil context behind it. It was just the feminine was worshipped as Venus, and then in Rome, the masculine was worshipped as Mars. And then people took it and ran with it. Now, as far as an archetype, or there is Samael, who is mentioned in some old Kabbalistic text, right? You have the Mesopotamian stories of Enki. So I would say that would kind of be more of like a Luciferic archetype. If anyone is praying to a specific deity, Lucifer, they're praying to him.
All right, back to pedophiles.
Back to pedophiles.
This type of Alphonsus appears. He's like, for some reason, he's a political influence. And then we have Barack Obama.
You want to pull that video up?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's look at this weird hoe.
Listen to what she says about Trump.
The best thing happened ever to us. That he is the magician of the highest order. That he is there in his irrational mind to create confusion in order that the human being can find new order. And it's not so stupid thinking about this in that way. It's completely turning things upside down. Trump is the best thing happened ever.
She says, and all my friends, all her friends being like these liberal celebrities, right? Come to her, and she loves Trump. She sees him as
they called him like the Jewish Messiah or the first Jewish president or whatever, right? It is obviously he's in the occult. Obviously, Trump is definitely involved in some very dark stuff connected to Jeffrey Epstein. That's a fact. It has to be. He's not releasing the files. He's hiding them for some reason, and what they'll give us will not be the truth. And the fact that there's still people licking his tiny little boot is fucking crazy to me. He is a super villain, evil psychopath, the same as the rest of them. He's probably done some horrible shit to children. And the thing is, people want to just keep playing this fake game. They're winning, everybody. If you haven't fucking noticed, take a look around the world. They are winning, and if people do not wake up, we will go into a slave system that nobody wants to they couldn't even comprehend how bad it could be.
Right.
Just so you're fucking aware, these people that are in power and people like her that don't even really look human are connected to some very dark things beyond this reality. And I was going to tell you before we get back to this, when we did that last show together, we were talking about all this kind of stuff. I did a big mushroom trip, and with the strain that I had, I think they're going bad though, but they've been in the freezer for a year. But it was more strong than the one I had at my birthday, and I had this ominous feeling that there was something that is consuming our I've always known this stuff, but something was consuming our energy, and I can feel this parasitic energy, and how that's why it wants more people to live on top of each other in these apartment buildings and stuff like that. Why they're pushing the third world into the country, and why they want everyone closer together in 15-minute cities. Everyone piled in, anger, aggression, depression, division, so they can consume these energies and make us into essentially a battery source, and it's.
Hey, go back to that picture of Abramović, the one. Yeah, you know who she's portraying? Hathor.
Yeah.
The cow bull mother goddess.
I had a Jewish lady on the show that wrote a book about Hathor, and I was nice to her. I didn't even know because halfway. Yeah, so we're 15 minutes in, and I was like, "Where are you from?" And she's like, "Israel." And I was like, the video is only available on Patreon, but you could see by her features. I was like, as soon as I started, I was like, She was very nice.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And I was like, I'll have anyone on that has a strange story to tell. She claims she went to the Monroe Institution and can channel things and pixies. She was a bit strange, and that's why I'm always like the people that email us and get guests, try to get guests on the show. I'm like, have you looked through the show? Have you listened to something, or
when
you just scan
when
through
somebody's
it?
born and they're told that they're chosen?
Yeah.
Right. They're gonna tend to be a little strange.
But then also that you've been persecuted and they killed 6 million all this stuff.
But not only the 6 million, but the Roman temple, the
I'm not denying anything that is illegal in this country. It definitely happened. Exactly how they told you it happened. It happened exactly that way.
Amalek and Edom, they're here to destroy you, and so you must destroy them, right?
Yeah, so obviously you got Obama. Obama is mentioned in the email sent by a guy named Fred Burton from a contractor intelligence agency of the United States government to several people belonging to Podesta's network. It was titled. Why did I go into Arnold Schwarzenegger? It was titled as "Get ready for Friday of hot dogs in Chicago." We got hot dogs in Chicago, and in the message he says, I think Obama spent about $65,000 from taxpayers on flights of pizza and hot dogs from Chicago for a private party in the White House.
He's feeding the homeless, dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's doing. And they're disappearing like crazy. I wonder what's happening to them. I have to assume that we are using the same channel. It seems as they're talking about pizza and hot dog delivery service brought from Chicago from a private plane, private Obama party that cost $65,000 of taxpayer money. So if you actually think about this, and this is hypothesized as real, and people think it's like they're already funneling your money and laundering it through other countries, and then it's just coming back directly in the pockets of these NGOs and lobbyist groups and stuff like that. But like, if you think about that, you are paying child murdering like pedophile to essentially control your government and that runs the world, and that we're paying for them to be able to do this is like a very dark thing that a lot of people don't want to come to grips with. I don't want to hear that, Real J. That's not cool, man.
I'm a former. No, man, we love the Freemasons too. I went pretty far though. Became a Templar Knight. Shit, that shit is really fucked up. Some serious dark satanic occultism. Interesting.
Well, did you know Freemasonry connects directly back to like Judaism and stuff, and like
yeah. So you get into
just so people know,
it's crazy because most people think of Freemasonry because it's the largest like esoteric order, like
people at the top
secret society, and so then they look at every mystery school and they go, "Oh, it's all demonic." Not saying
I know, right? But it's even what people will see in the future that you must tune into is going to be it is a banger. There's a lot of information that
what they did.
The Franks is called is Jacob Frank helped Isaac Weishaupt create the Illuminati. Supposedly. Oh, he's a current member of the SS. I know what you're about to say. Isn't that the Sasquatch Society and these connections, right? And so what does this mean? What Obama, the charismatic former president of the United States is a pedophile, possibly. It would not be the first time that a president of the United States participates in networks, not only of pedophilia, but openly satanic networks. And then what's that guy dressed like they caught him dressed in lingerie?
Who? Which one?
One of the presidents. He was a cross-dresser. Someone that I know someone in the chat.
Gerald Ford?
No, not Ford. Definitely not Ford. Nixon may have been based. We don't really know. We don't know too much.
Nixon was pretty based.
Yeah, we don't really.
He's had. Well, I mean, in the Watergate tapes and like his secret recordings and whatnot, he sounded.
Bohemian Grove was one of the most faggotiest things I've ever seen.
And the Jews and so it's kind of like he knew what he was. He knew.
We gotta get these goddamn Jew commies out of here. That's my first time trying Nixon. So
yeah, dude.
JB. Was it JBL or LBJ?
Well, he's so demonized, and it's like now we have to look at who's demonized and be like, I mean, especially.
I was questioning. I love.
I mean, that all started with the Austrian painter, but we have to look at everyone now. And say, like, well, wait a minute, let's look at it objectively. Okay, if this person did some crazy shit,
asking questions,
all right,
is
fuck
not
him.
hatred.
Like, he should be executed in public in the middle of this town square. But like,
I don't condone violence.
if he's being, oh shit.
So
what is that on?
So check this out. Listen, this is a movie that they made called the Pizzagate Massacre. And it is literally a satire. They're making fun of it. It's on Apple TV, and Apple's very subversive.
This is on purpose.
And they do it to be like, it's not real. It was a big joke. Oh my God. Yeah, the Hoover. Yeah, J. Edgar Hoover did it.
J. Edgar Hoover was a
Hoover was in trash. Yeah, Barbara Bush was the man for sure. Here, Jules, see if, I don't know if you can, see if you can find that picture. If you can't, bring up.
I'm on it.
But that picture of Obama in that at Bohemian Grove, remember that one where he's like wearing the horns? I wonder if we can find that because that should.
Let me look, guys. If y'all are in the chat, look for that picture of Obama at Bohemian Grove, not Bro.
Yeah, that
Grove.
weird one where he's like, it looks like him under like a mask. It's so weird. All comes back to repressed transgenderism. That's Baphomet. You can't even make this stuff up. Yeah, and that's what when me and Billy, what episode was that? It was the episode we did about the David Reimer and the whole transgender type of thing. And we played this video, and this guy made a good point. I'll put it on Instagram, Strange Brew Podcast on Instagram. It's all the it's the analyzing all the royal family, the European family elites, and how a lot of them are transgender and they hit it better back then. But the thing that people have to understand is, from books I've read and things I've looked into, there was families from these Illuminati bloodlines, some of them were Jewish, that infiltrated the British royal family like 300 or 400 years ago, and they just masquerade as other people, or maybe it's like the whole idea of the Khazarian mafia. I know some people don't believe in that, some people do.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Khazars were real, but I don't think that is who is.
I know.
Sorry for saying I don't think that's real. I think it's just the Jews, but you know, and
yes,
I'm trying to find that picture, but it seems a little harder.
Weird.
To find than I thought. I'm sure. I mean, well, that's not it. Hold on.
Yeah. So it's like a vacuum. He knew how to suck. You had your Hoover. Yeah.
Because when you look at the Khazar or the
Khazar
theory, it's like, oh, they're Eastern Europeans, and it just puts it right back on Europeans, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And it is weird because some of them, even in the I'll show the video sometime, but you know, it's strange. Big
hey, can my wife come hang out with us for a little bit?
Sure, I don't care.
Because this is
don't trust those PCR tests, bud. Or
not a
PCR
family
genetic tests.
Which ones?
One of the homies in the chat, because he got the genetic testing. I don't really believe that stuff, man. It is complex and a spooky issue that has precisely become a strange thing that results after the results are kind of in, and has been disqualified and ridiculed by the mass media, of course, as disinformation. Just like how Trump said, like, oh, you know, why are you looking at? I can't do a Trump. My buddy can do a really good Trump. Why are you looking at it? Why does anyone care? Nobody cares about Epstein. Why are you still talking about it? And I'm going into some fucking other shit.
Dude, that shit. And there's a guy in my city. I love you, Clay. He does a new show in the morning, the Clay Edwards Show. And he is like agreeing with this, like, you know, why is anybody caring about it? You know, like, we know it's the Democrats and it's some of the Republicans. I'm just like, dude, you know, I know he's not going to talk about it, but I just want to like send him a DM and be like, hey, just so you know.
Yeah.
But my wife actually went on there after her father was murdered. And that was a whole race thing, dude. That she never even went on any show to talk about besides that one show. But
I feel like you're the king of shouting at other shows too.
I'm sorry. Should I not do that?
Fine. No, it's not. I don't care.
I just show people love, man.
I know, that's good. Do you want to say this joke for us?
What joke?
It's on screen.
What do you call a vegetarian trans man? Excuse me.
It's getting to you, bro.
A herb.
A herb before.
A herb before. That took me a second to get.
That's so funny. I gotta tell that joke to Billy, man. So obviously you have.
What the fuck is Billy, dude?
I know I should have asked him, see if he
I should have demanded it.
I know. I should have actually brought him on. He would have enjoyed this, but I don't know how up like a lady we wanted to stay up. But
whatever happened to the other guy, Brett?
Oh yeah, my buddy Brett. He's been around. You know, he's just in the woods lurking. But I told him once my studio gets done, I'll have him over for an episode. We'll do something fun or something like that.
Dude, I want to have all like you three and Aaron. Like I want to have all of us get together.
We gotta get some things together.
We gotta make shit happen. I want to do it with like other podcasts too. We gotta fucking bring the podcast community together.
Yeah, I'd be fine to do a big live
some
stream.
Cool shit. We gotta plan some events. Like, dude, I have merch I just printed, guys. By the way, I'll share that at the end of the show. But
yeah,
I think that'd be cool to try and, you know, organize some stuff and
focus. Everybody, we need to focus on the pedophiles.
Yeah. What Tom says.
Let's get right into it. Britney Spears, Lindsay, the shit makes you sound so gay.
That was the voice I used for our Palladian alien episode. That was so funny.
The aliens are gonna fuck you in your ass. Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, Justin Bieber.
The aliens are gonna do what?
I'm not.
Yeah,
they're not, dude. Look, and here's the thing, and this is with our mental body.
Another tangent. We're gonna talk about aliens not being real now. Is that what
Sorry, I keep taking us on tangents. We're talking about Pizzagate. Talking about these fucking.
I was trying to tighten this shit up on my show to be like, stay on topic, because there's so many people who are like, man, you guys go off on so many different fucking avenues. I'm like, so Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus, Katy Perry, who is now with Justin Trudeau at Davos, sucking each other off, or she's probably eating him out. Natalie Portman, we just talked about her recently. Christina Aguilera, Macaulay Culkin. The list would be endless, and these are the people that are supposedly, these gleaming figures of Hollywood music and entertainment are actually slaves, MK Ultra slaves, maybe. So we have all these people connected to this kind of stream of people, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So the Pizzagate scandal was silenced and discredited by the media by using a parapet of terms. Oh, that's a weird. I've never heard that word, parapet. Fake news or false news. Even some investigators in the case, like journalist Andrew Bart, who worked at the Washington Post, died in rather strange circumstances. And that's the whole thing. Like, how many bodies are connected to the Clintons?
Over 100, I think, maybe 133. Hey, Tom, this is my wife, Olivia. Olivia, this is Tom, our hey, brother Tom. From the
What's
north.
Going on?
From
nice
Canada.
Yes, I'm a Canadian. I'm in hell.
I have a friend in Canada. I talked to her.
It's a communist country.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I just survive. Hopefully the cops don't come busting down my door.
Oh, right. For going on podcasts, like talking openly about
this. Yeah, just talking and having an opinion. A guy got arrested for
anti-Semitism. Talk to him for a second.
Wait, you got arrested for what?
No, I didn't get arrested for anything. But like a guy got arrested for anti-Semitism recently in Canada. And one guy, he got arrested for mowing a swastika in his lawn. And the thing about this, right? If I mowed a hammer and sickle in my lawn, nobody would give a shit. Nobody's gonna care. But it's like, oh, if it's this ancient symbol that some supposedly bad guys took and then changed it or whatever, right? It's just so funny.
Oh wow.
That's Canada. You can't like put some fun art in your lawn and people get mad about it.
Hey, speaking of Pizzagate, isn't Bill Clinton about to get arrested?
Is he actually going to?
Well, that's what I mean, I don't know. I actually pay like no attention to politics anymore. I'm just on a spiritual journey. So I just kind of, I have dreams and then I'm like, feel led in certain ways. And then it makes sense shortly after. And that probably sounds crazy. That's just the point that I'm at, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it makes sense. I pay attention to it a little.
And it works for me. Well, I'll have dreams very, random. I have prophetic dreams, honestly. I have very specific dreams.
Do you think you're
like
psychic?
Before the big, I don't know if you remember, I guess it was like a year and a half, 2 years ago in like North Carolina, the floods and stuff that happened there. I mean, like I was like having panic attacks for 2 weeks prior because I kept having dreams. And I mean, I have like notes in my phone about it where I was like in a kayak and there's water everywhere and I'm going through a town and there's like tops of, anyways.
My dreams are straight fucked up. Like I can't, like I've had some, they're fucked, man.
So it's like totally just your subconscious. Like
I had one dream and my grandfather was dead and somebody was playing him like a puppet. Talking to me. Like that movie, Dead Silence. He was literally a puppet. I walked.
That was an Archon doing that, dude.
Oh man, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, dreams can often just be our subconscious making sense of things, and so like sometimes it's that for me. Other times it's like I just will sense and feel things, and I kind of just have like a knowing of like I need to lean into this or pray about this or whatever. My dad was unalived a few years ago.
Yeah, I'm aware.
And so I've kind of just like I'm just unplugged from like political stuff because I'm like
it's all
the best thing I can do about it is like put my spiritual energy into prayer in the right direction with that. So
yeah, it's hard to do. Canada's collapsing in itself, and it's just like my wife is always like, I can't think about this all the time and like telling you all this crazy stuff that's going on and how much I hate Indians, and it's just because they're like taking over my country. They're everywhere. They're literally everywhere.
Yeah,
and it's not like I don't hate India or people from there.
They all
I don't
have
like
to go,
that
dude.
they're in my home. You know, I'm not gonna go to India and shit in their rivers. You know, but they do it here. It's part of their culture, everybody. But like, let's get back to the.
Do you want to know the reason why they venerate poop? I found out. I
they have there's certain aspects of Hinduism.
There was a goddess. There was a goddess that found, like no flaws in cows. Somehow
they worship cows. It's
and
really
so she
weird.
asked the cows if she could live inside of them, and
like Jim Carrey and fucking when he's inside the rhino.
Well, dude, apparently she lived in the dung because they wouldn't let her live inside of them, and so she lived in their excrement and their.
It's literally Jim Carrey, you know. So weird.
This is, but I don't think it was literal like that, right?
They worship poop. There is sects of like
so they worship it, but I think these ancient stories that they interpreted were esoteric.
And they also worship like demonic gods. Like
I mean, they don't
you've seen
all,
Shiva,
right? But like a lot, like it's like a thing.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, you've seen the gods with the tongues and like the 6 heads and the like. That's death, right? Whenever
people are asking where your wife's from. And people are asking, there's creepers in the chat. Just kidding. They're asking where your wife's from.
Tyranny.
Right.
Where's
she's
from
actually
the South.
I saw a comment that said I didn't sound like I was from the South. I was born in Arkansas and raised in like
Arkansas. Oh, sorry. We made fun of you guys for like a long time.
Oh, it's okay. I come from a like very well-educated family, so I'm a bit more articulated than a lot of people in the South.
We once covered the Bigfoot that's there. What's that thing's name? I
don't know. There's a specific
what's it called? And Billy kept making like very offensive jokes about Arkansas, about cousin fucking and stuff, and it just
fuck you, Billy.
None of that in my family.
Thank God.
In fact, some of my family moved to the U.S. from Canada.
You don't look inbred,
so that's came from England and
thank you, Tom.
England, like Norway and Scotland.
I could see
Germany,
that. All
kind of a lot of them to Canada first, and then here. I have some
got pizza,
ancestors.
guys.
Yes. Should we
We're talking about Pizzagate?
Pizza, back to it. Pizzagate. So obviously there's a lot of these dark aspects of this and these false flag operations, you know, supposedly there's we made a couple of shots at there's the vigilante, I guess the Comet Ping Pong to give us the idea the whole scandal is the subject of crazy conspiracies. So they're trying to frame it as this is disinformation, this is fake news. Thus, the dark elites cover their most terrible sins, although they may never get punishment that they deserve in life. They can hopefully not escape the law of karma that will eventually and inevitably change their direction of their life. It is weird because I'm like, there's no accountability. I always bring people that still trust politics. I'm always like, when's the last time you saw a politician get arrested or anyone in power? I don't think the Clintons will get arrested. If it is, it will be for show. The fact that people are like thinking Trump's playing like 5D chess and he's like, he's going to get him.
Trust the plan, boy.
Yeah.
So fucking.
So look, being from Arkansas, I have some very interesting stories about the Clintons.
No.
I don't know if I should get into it on here, but
you can tell me about the Clintons. Tell me something.
Tell them. No, see, look.
So actually, I was born. Okay, so I was born right outside of Little Rock, and there was a whole ordeal. I think this was before I was born. I was born in the 90s, and I think this happened before I was born. Bill Clinton was like governor, right? And anyways, there were a couple of kids in Bryant, Arkansas, which is where I actually grew up before we moved to Tennessee, that were like 2 boys, I believe, playing by some train tracks. And that's where the Clintons had their you know, what they were bringing in from South America. Sorry, I've had a few beers, so I'm not going to sound.
This is strange brew.
Okay, I'm just saying.
No. Tom is not on. He's on the wagon right now.
So okay, listen.
But he's usually drinking and smoking.
Oh yeah, I almost cracked tonight.
I try to.
No, he's in Canada.
Well
he has marijuana flags on his or flags, marijuana leaves on his
logo and
Canadian
stuff.
flag
I smoked some weed,
all on his logo.
Okay,
it's good.
So
we're having fun. It's fine.
So these two boys and Bryant were near these train tracks, and it was I guess that's where the Clintons would have their
cocaine,
their coke dropped off.
Oh, interesting.
Very seal.
The CIA. And so these two boys like witnessed this and went and like found it before whoever else could find it. So apparently one of the boys' mothers was
no, they followed the testimony from there was another boy that they told.
They killed the boys though. They had them killed.
Well, they had them killed, but there was another boy that they told. The testimony was they went to the woods and they saw this exchange go down. Like they not exchange.
Yeah, I heard
they were in the woods.
They saw the
witnessing
Clintons basically pull up in trucks with guards and to
get what had been dropped off in this field area.
It is interesting because it's probably coke or some sort of drug, but they also use these drugs in rituals and stuff like that because it can connect you to like different realms of reality. Bring back the Indians for 5 seconds. According to Old Saucy, I've heard things about this. The Aryans went through the region and didn't want the Bajeets to mess with their livestock, so they told them the cows were sacred, and the rest is history. Too funny. That's probably true. The dark elites cover up the most terrible sins. I already said that. The Podesta emails released by WikiLeaks contain very bizarre entities, including the invitation to spirit cooking, as we talked about, with a notorious occultist, Marina Abramović. These parties included blood, semen, and breast milk, and God knows what else. A leaked email reveals that Podesta was invited to a spirit cooking dinner by Marina Abramović in 2015. John David Podesta is the chairman of the 2016 Hillary Clinton presidential campaign. He previously served as chief of staff to President Bill Clinton and counselor to Obama. So it is interesting because it's like, these connections to these people, and then like Trump's obviously connection, even though he's trying to hide it. And it's like they're all like interlinked.
I'll be right back, Tom. Just act like she's me.
That's fine.
Yeah. Have you heard the whole story about Bill Clinton's supposed son with a prostitute from Little Rock, Arkansas?
Maybe you should tell me again, though. I can't really remember.
I can't remember his name. If you looked it up, you can find it. I like saw it years ago. Apparently he's still going around on like podcasts and stuff, but he says he's mixed race. His mother was African American, and he says that Bill Clinton, that his mom was working as a prostitute, I guess, and Bill Clinton, was paying her for her services, and she got pregnant. And he said his whole childhood, these big envelopes would come in the mail with money, and then he would have a great Christmas. And at some point, as he got older, I believe she started talking openly about it. And I can't remember how she died, but I feel like it was something crazy, like in a hospital, like she fell off a balcony, like type of thing. But I can't remember his name. You could look it up and find him, but he still goes around and talks about this.
So weird.
But in the news today, supposedly today, it was said that I don't, believe anything the news says at this point, but that he's about to be arrested. So
yeah, and they say a lot of things, and they'll just do what they did to Epstein and stuff like that. Is he might not even be dead. He might still be alive, and they just faked his death, and there's footage missing and all that stuff. And it's quite possible because like you can convince the world that somebody's dead. Supposed to be like, who knows? Maybe Tupac did it, they claim. And there's Elvis and many others that potentially they could just do that and then you disappear forever. right? Like the idea, there's that theory that Robin Williams did that, which would be crazy if that was true. And he's like in Florida somewhere, right?
Do you think that's true? I don't think that's true.
No, I think they murdered him. Actually, I actually
They
think
did.
he was murdered.
They
by
did.
I don't. You think?
Look, he knew something. He knew. Okay, so Tom, I think sometimes these celebrities. Okay, baby.
Robin Williams. I don't know.
Okay, let me talk. Sometimes these celebrities, if they're a part of these secret orders, right, and they know that they're going to be sacrificed for this, they're basically groomed to be this like sacrificial lamb in some way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they know it has to happen. They have to pay their due. The devil comes to collect, whatever people say. But I do think that has something to do with it, man. Like I don't think they go out willingly, and that's why the last post he made, he was crying, and he was just like,
Robin Williams.
But he didn't look defeated. He just looked like, it's my time. Like I have to go, and maybe they think in their heads they're going to reincarnate as some god, right?
Okay.
And in a way,
I'm not arguing any of the other cases.
In a way,
Robin Williams, I don't agree with that.
Well, I'm not saying in his case, but in many cases of
I think they murdered him.
Yes, I think they murdered him. But in a way, I mean, I don't know. They're talked about for so long. Their names, their movies are still watched. So it's like their energy is still here. I think.
Yeah, I said that a while ago. This idea of like when they die, right? Like if they maybe stage these events or they do these ritualistic killings and stuff like that, is if you have someone that's loved and cared about by a lot of people, that energy is created, right? And when they die, that energy of sadness by maybe millions of people gets like sucked up by these like lizard creatures or whatever the fuck they are. But
yes, so we have to harness our own energy and not let it be.
I think David Icke is right. Love, even though I hate a lot of things going on in the world, and I think hate can be actually used as a tool to motivate people in some regard, right? And I always made there like, you should hate evil. Like I think that like this idea that you're like you gotta love everybody. Like Christians always preach, and it's like I'm pretty sure you should hate a guy that's like doing art like this and is and maybe potentially
it's
like
righteous anger. Right?
Yeah.
It's
There's that swimming pool.
I am definitely not in agreement.
Have you been there, Jules? Does that remind you of your childhood?
Yes, Christians should just be docile and meek. I'm not in agreement with that. I think that these people that are that are attacking Christians in particular right now in regards to what ICE is doing and whatever, they really don't Jesus or what he
Jesus whipped Jews out of the temple for practicing usury.
Absolutely.
He preemptively made a whip, supposedly.
He came with the wrath of God. And in fact, when it says that when he returns, which whether that's in the flesh or in the form of Christ consciousness, and we're all tapping into that if we follow him, if we're truly trying to follow him or what, whatever, everyone wants to argue about these things. Regardless, he comes back with the wrath of God. So I'm sorry.
The wrath of the creator
yes.
So
it's like, are we supposed to just sit back and allow injustice to occur constantly around us? I mean, again,
no, there's got to be righteous
motivated.
We have to be strong.
I view everything through an occult lens, is what I was going to say, and I do believe that Trump is a chaos magician.
We talked about this.
I believe
right
that if people understood the occult, particularly Christians that are so scared of studying these things, of which, by the way, I think they are controlled by a fear demon. I mean, listen to who was I talking about earlier, right? That were that did the Conjuring movies and all of that back in the 70s and Bill
the Warrens.
The Warrens.
That was the one thing they told people when they went into places. No fear. Fear is the biggest opening to the demonic realm.
And it's tied, it's the highest it's tied to our mental bodies. In such a way through our ethereal bodies, through our emotions, through all the water. We're made up of almost completely water and blood, liquid. That's tied to the etheric realm. All these realms, you have your mental body, etheric body, or mental body, astral body, etheric body, and physical body. And so these are all connected through certain spirits, through certain, like these. Like, I don't know, and it gets into elemental magic. It gets into the elements and Earth.
The mind killer.
How we're tied to Earth in a way. You know,
in a way, yeah, we're made from the earth.
You got to question everything, right? But there's these connections to these emails with Marina, this lovely lady, Jesus, and this was from her actual email, supposedly. And
I am careful what I will say about her.
Yes. Dear
very
Tony,
powerful woman.
I am so forward to looking to the spirit cooking party at my place. Do you something me, brother, if your brother is joining? All my love, Marina. Marina Abramović sent an email to Tony Podesta, John Podesta's brother, who then forwarded it to his brother. Before going any further, there is a video that we could have shown. I think they took it off YouTube, of Marina Abramović doing some of this spirit cooking. Maybe Jules could try to bring it up. Look up Google, just YouTube Marina Abramović doing some of these spirit cooking practices. Yet the process involves buckets of congealed pig's blood. Marina paints on the walls, instructed in code, classic occultist, matter. You see this. There's one of them. So weird. So it says,
mix fresh breast milk with fresh sperm. Tasty. Milk drink.
Oh, I got it.
On Earth nights. Yeah, okay. Make sure no commercials play before.
I have this picture that we're gonna pull up real fast. Oh, well, no, you just had it pulled up. Fuck, never mind. What video did you want me to find?
The spirit cooking video. See if you can find it. I'm pretty sure there is one of her doing spirit cooking.
Down. Let me see.
Hold on. We have to hold on. Tom, don't take that down. She needs to see it, but let me find this.
Spirit cooking refers to the sacrament in religion of Thelema, which is founded by obviously Thelema, somebody pronounced it differently. Founded by Aleister Crowley and involves an occult practice during which menstrual blood, breast milk, urine, and sperm are used to create paintings, as we've said earlier. Pretty gross stuff.
She has online courses right now, 40% off. I'm surprised.
Are you serious?
42
That's
for the dark
so
weird. Yeah, 40%. Hold on, I have to share this, guys.
Strange fact, in another leaked email, Podesta's contacts his doctor about an infected finger. Strange coincidence. So think about this, just before we bring this up. So they do these spirit cooking paintings. They're like coming into, I don't know, like some sort of like medicine bowl, like a little apothecary set. And then there's pissing in it. And then maybe they add a little poo-poo, from a jeet or something like that. And then he gets his finger cut or something like that. And he gets an infection in his finger. It supposedly goes to his doctor.
I'm there.
Okay.
I'm on it.
Is that like
I'm on
actually for sure like a thing that he
nothing is factual. We live in a simulation.
Yeah,
hey,
so
I have to keep the volume turned down so it doesn't get a strike.
Okay.
I have it. Yeah,
okay, full screen it. Full screen it. Full screen it, there, buddy boy. Okay, let's show us a little preview.
Viewer discretion is advised. You don't have to watch it if you don't.
I don't know. It's on YouTube. It should be fine.
I try to keep my temple very pure.
Honey, I understand.
Search mushroom Jesus and go down that rabbit
hole.
I know. Jesus. I'm aware. It's just that all religions could be a manufacturing creation of hallucinogenics, like the mushroom and the cross theory and stuff. Okay, press the video and go forward a bit. Go forward a bit. Just let's get her into there she is.
Okay, there's the mixed fresh breast milk with fresh semen or who's with her? Who's the fag that's hanging out with her?
So everyone that's listening on audio, we're just watching a video of her doing spirit cooking.
She's painting with her own blood and some.
Okay, let's just not have too much commentary on her as an individual.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I just
Oh, you want to be careful talking about her, right?
She
has a point, Tom. Hey, look. What? Hold on. Is this made of poop?
Probably. They make like paintings out of shit and stuff.
Fucking way.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, so it's an effigy made of
fresh
poop.
Morning urine sprinkled over nightmare dreams. This bitch is fucking crazy.
Holy shit. Okay.
That shit is wild.
So that's a quote, right? Put that on her tombstone, I guess. I don't know.
That's crazy, man. It's so weird. You got to be into some dark stuff,
Yeah, this is fucking dark, man. I mean, there's no other way to explain the intention behind it.
It's
like
pretty,
you could be like,
so
oh, well, it's spirit. No, dude, it's
this is definitely she's summoning something. She's
disgusting. It smells terrible in there. Probably like what is good about like I don't know, like it just.
Oh, that's so that little statue. Look, this little statue. They're covering in blood. So I actually have the image in my notes, and that's supposedly coagulated blood. I think
that's definitely blood.
Now keep going, and she'll like bathe the little.
Yeah, it's strange bird.
It will bathe the little statue boy or whatever it is. It's very weird.
Even though it's
it's so.
I've seen this.
Yeah, it's not weird. What's that little thing, man? She's creating some sort of tulpa creature.
Has she named it? Does she name it at all?
Is that like some like wand? He's making the golem thing.
Yes. Okay. Very good point. This is like a golem homunculus type.
Yeah, homunculus. Juan was obsessed with that shit.
It may even be a homunculus.
Juan was convinced that you could make one. He was convinced that you could make one.
Basically retired, but you may want to contact him and ask him.
I'm gonna have to go pray after watching this.
Wow, what a psychopath! All right, we can stop watching it.
Dude,
it's messed up.
Poor little effigy. I think I'm joking. Like we should all pray.
What happened to him? Hold on. Let's see the
portals being opened up watching this.
No, we're not allowing that.
I banish you, Jew witch creature. I banish you.
We're not in fear of any portal up here. All pure does not exist
I know
here.
My power.
She's got quite the schnoz on her.
Dude, have you seen? Okay,
she could do a Hollywood fucking line right off of somebody's back.
Have you seen her at the Jim Henson?
She was at a Jim Henson puppet show.
Dude, she was there with dude. Find the video. She was there with a few other celebrities, and Jim Henson comes out to her and whispers something to her ear. And I'm like, dude, this is the guy that made the Muppets. Like, really?
Well, yeah, probably. He's like,
I got a child in the back. I dressed him up like a Muppet just for laughs,
It's like a fucking puppet boy. That's so fucking disturbing. Sorry, I make really dark jokes because that's how I do with this stuff.
No, I get it. But like, what's wild is like people. Like a lot of people would say that we're crazy for inferring that these people are into the occult. It's like it's so
those people are what we call retarded. Yeah, they're
like it's so obvious. This is
blood
why,
magic.
Regardless,
right.
like this is my hang up with a lot of Christians. Is I'm like,
is that a child?
You should learn about the occult.
Who's Tim McIn? Hey.
More work from Marty Greer links. Yeah.
Okay, so this is artwork. This is considered artwork.
Of people's artwork that was featured at Tony and Heather Podesta's collection. So like it's pretty dark, man. There's like this another like as a child doing the same pose, and now she's pregnant years later, obviously. It's bizarre, man. It's, Marina Abramović, considered to be the grandmother of performance art. Most of her work, however, takes place in private settings where she conducts magic rituals with a K. She is important and a powerful figure in pop culture and is greatly influential in Hollywood, the fashion world, and the music business. And then obviously... Lady Gaga loves her, right? They're hanging out in some sort of lake for some reason, and we're sitting on wooden chairs doing some sort of witchy occult practice. And have you guys ever seen the movie The Witch?
Yeah.
You've seen it? It's based in the 1600s. Jules, have you ever seen that? That movie's a banger. Probably
the A24 movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Black Phillip, the goat, dude.
Robert Eggers did it. He's thing
that was Anna Joy Taylor, the actress.
She is.
That's one of her first movies, actually, and you could say
fan
maybe
of her. I'm a fan
even an initiation that she went.
Yeah, she's probably in because she's really close with him in his films.
But there's a lot of real shit in that movie, like her taking the baby.
Yeah.
And using it to literally fly, using the blood in a ritual.
That movie is fucking scary. But, I watched that on mushrooms outside. It was fucked, man.
Tomcat, guess where that blood ritual about learning to fly and turning into animals with the blood of children? Guess where it comes from?
Marilyn Manson. Just kidding.
No. What are you doing?
I was gonna respond to their comment.
Oh no, you
Carry on.
You can't respond to it on there.
It
Comes from the Goetia, which is an ancient Jewish text.
Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? You know.
So yeah, and these Phoenician priests would sail around to all the pagan tribes. And
Jules, I just realized your picture on StreamYard is like it's some gay cowboy guy.
That's me.
I'm just kidding. That's so funny.
Cowboy kid, man.
You actually wear that shit, bro? I would look so dumb.
No, I match with it's Halloween.
Okay, good. I thought you wore this like on a daily basis. Going down the fucking host. I don't know.
No.
I wish I could show people in the chat. Oh man, I love it.
Hey, who's saying what was that subscription? They unsubscribe, goodbye subscription. What does that mean? Are you unsubscribed for us talking about something that's going on? Like,
yeah, it's fine. Let them be.
Get over yourself.
You know, nobody cares.
This is really hard for me to like look at, but I've seen this like years ago, years ago on YouTube.
Well, I've never
couldn't imagine if I was kind of buzzed.
I've never talked about this on a Gray Pilled episode, or I don't think Tom has ever really discussed it.
Me and Aaron,
or he's discussed it, but
we talked about Marina Abramović on the vampire episode we did, because it's like connected to all the stuff about like the history of vampires. And
I was going to say, for the person who subscribed to me, if you tune into the Patreon, if you can't handle this, you can't handle wolf bitches of Gothland. So there's really, it's going deeper than that. So So
obviously we have more celebrities, right? We have as we show Jay-Z. She's very deep into this. Marina performing with Jay-Z. Marina is an occult pop culture icon. And then obviously, so when we get through it, we're going to have, these are some symbolic images.
Who's that?
I don't know. It's very
just
strange.
Some acolyte like Lady Gaga was. Dude, Jay-Z in that video. So what they did, the movement, that's basically the same concept as when the Muslims do the Hajj around the black cube.
It's very
conjuring up an energy, and that's what they're doing. And they have all these people in there that are like, "Oh, it's a good time, woo!" And they're just sucking the energy from them. Just like dude, it's quite. I mean, cattle, right? Like they're using them as cattle.
So this is the cover of Vogue in Ukraine. Funny as that. Marina represents the stronghold of the occult in the fashion world. And then in the same photo shoot, Marina is holding a goat's head by the horns, a classic way of representing the drawing of magical powers from supposedly Baphomet. And then, and this is in the same photo shoot, Marina stands in front of a model with her inner parts are exposed while doing occult hand symbols. While she's, doing these weird performance art stuff, right?
And yeah. Hey, Tom, this is the subversion of the ancient symbols, of the ancient mysteries. People like this.
What's this one mean? Like stop, go?
It probably has something to do with male, female, or something. I'm not.
As above, so below.
Well, that definitely, but that has so much to do with, just the dark and the light, which is Kabbalistic, but like the male, female, the sun and the moon, like water and fire. Like so many different things, dude.
And like kind of bastardized in this very dark way. Clearly, if we are following Christ, none of this is necessary because the blood of Christ is sufficient. But
are you talking about the alchemical blood into the earth?
Oh, what I was telling you about the other day. Yes.
You know what else?
What about the Eucharist? Is that what it's called?
Well, Joseph Arimathea was supposedly collected the blood out of his side wound, and that's what was that's the Grail, the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail also being our cranium, the bottom of our cranium and our spine, the beginning of our spine. That being right there where the cup would be. I have a diagram of it.
Some Indiana Jones shit, They tell you they tell you this stuff within Hollywood for a reason. And
this is why I couldn't do the Hollywood thing. I used to make music. I was offered a record deal in Hollywood.
That's crazy. They would never offer me one. They would be like, "This guy's
I was, and I mean, I had.
Do you sing?
Yeah, I sing.
You should get on a track with me. Well, you could sing a chorus.
I did American Idol. I had my
wow
vocal coach. Her son was just in like a Cardi B music video.
Well, I could get you to sing some pretty dope, lyrics on my stuff, and just I could write you.
You know what I want to sing now is like very like.
Hey Tom, you pull the comment.
Etheric, like
what? Which one?
What are you talking about?
We were talking about music.
Oh, yeah, dude, she can sing.
I was saying that I was offered record deals,
like
I've
a songbird, like an angel.
I found that it was all very dark. The whole sell your soul thing.
That is very real. I was actually just researching.
And sell your soul. It's like it is a spiritual thing. It's like you decide, like, okay, I'm gonna live
me and the devil
solely in my flesh, and I can gain all the worldly possessions and all the things.
That's what I've said
for
a long time.
You'll die young.
Yes, I've looked in that for a long time, and this idea that like I believe it's this idea that possibly you could sell your soul in this physical reality. You get what you want, all the riches and pleasures you want, the carnal sins, they say. And then when you die, you're ripped apart by reptilians or something. Like you have to repay this debt essentially. And I do think that at some point, somebody's soul could get cleansed. I've read The Law of One. It's an interesting book.
Very interesting. Yeah.
There's some weird stuff going on. So then obviously we have another picture.
Ra in The Law of One, and then in the Anunnaki stories, they try to present Marduk as Ra as being this adversarial figure, Tom. But like when I came on your show to talk about it, I presented Marduk, and I have
Marmaduke, right? For the
Marmaduke.
Right?
And funny enough, she has an ancestor named Marmaduke.
On ancestry.com.
Yeah.
A white ancestor, but yeah, that's their name.
Yeah.
Marmaduke, man, that sounds like a mammy, like, you know what I mean? Like
I portrayed Marduk to be this Satan, but like he was Azazel and all this stuff, but like he was the adversary to Enlil, in the Mesopotamian myth, his uncle, right? So like all he did was marry an earth woman. That was his greatest sin.
You're obsessed with this stuff, It fascinates me, but there's other things I'm like, it's like the occult fascinates me, but some of the ancient stuff, I'm like, how do we really know?
Well, it's the Mesopotamian myth about the death of Tammuz, and when you look into the pantheon, the sons of certain gods I just refer to them as brothers. Doesn't mean that they were physically here as brothers, but like even in a hierarchy, right?
And in the past. Sorry to interrupt.
You're fine.
In earlier epochs of the evolution of humanity, because I believe both evolution and creation can coexist. I think so many of the things that people argue about, everything is lost in translation, right? It's like the Tower of Babel.
Yeah.
We're trying to talk about the same thing, and we don't realize that we're talking about the same thing oftentimes. And
these gods are interchangeable a lot of times, like the ancient.
It's like these archetypes, these impulses within humanity. And there's certain periods of time that impulse in humanity was birthed. And also in earlier epochs of humanity, matter was not as dense as it is now. So I love the philosophical teachings of Rudolf Steiner. He talks about how matter wasn't as dense as it is right here, right now for all of us. As we
reality's not. I think we live in a simulation, like
right.
And I think with the AI coming, there's going to be some dark stuff.
Well, simulation is just like the most current way of viewing it because we have computers now. Whereas in the past, there's always been some kind of comparison, and the comparison was always to like the level that humanity was at. We right now are going to make this connection to a simulation because we now have computers, right? But does that make sense?
I'm pretty dense. Does that matter?
No, but no, Tom, no, you're absolutely right. Like my first year of podcasting was totally like dedicated to the Mesopotamian mythology.
I know you're obsessed with it.
No, not so much anymore. I've come to realize that a lot of it is very symbolic. But I was just putting something out there to say that I may have misjudged Marduk a little too harshly, given the circumstances in which he was thrust into. He was supposed to inherit a kingdom.
And now Jules has an altar to Marmaduke in his closet. There's like a dog statue in comics.
No, dude, there's no.
We don't
There's.
do weird
I
things.
think there is a complete.
You don't do weird things.
Look,
No, I think some people
listen,
might think we
Tom.
do weird things.
I think there's
feel
a
like,
complete.
did you tie Jules up in like a Baphomet costume sometimes?
No,
Tom,
I mean, we might do some weird things.
Look,
but like, not
well,
really.
it's sexy. The stuff we do is sexy, but I think there's a complete difference.
You
between-
dressing up like a rabbit and going down the hole. Some people might interpret as sexy, I guess.
So, like, I think there's a difference between the archetypal and the egregorical aspect of the Semitic and the European gods.
It is interesting, and there's connections and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
and I see it throughout all these, like, because I have like the Egyptian Book of the Dead and stuff like that. There's similar. I think it's just repeating timelines sometimes.
I think the stories are adopted from each other, but when you look at the symbolism and a lot of it gets dark the further south you get into the desert, it gets really dark. But when the further north you get, it's more uplifting. It motivates man. It motivates women. It's and not to mention, being ancestral to our folk, to our people,
well, and if you
right?
think about our ancestors,
Which is blood. That's stronger than anything, I believe.
Like,
we don't mean to take you off
climate.
of the subject, dude. I know the shows you do, you focus on a topic and you get through it. The shows I do, I go off on tangents for 30 minutes and it ends up being a show about
Jules
something completely different.
I invited Jules on drinking and smoking weed.
So we're in there like swimwear. Yeah, it's legal in Mississippi.
He's got a prescription. It's okay.
It's like I can't smoke too much on the show or I just go off and Aaron doesn't like it, especially on Class Horrorcast. But let's get back to it.
And his name is Adolf Hitler.
That's my favorite. So then we have obviously this picture. It's very strange of her, and like the picture was featured in the New Yorker. With a lengthy article praising her career, a serpent hiding one eye, the perfect way of representing a member of the occult elite. And this is like what they do is they show symbols through this imagery and on like just mainstream. It's just to get into the subconscious, also to like tell other members, right? It's kind of
this bitch thinks she's ISIS.
Yeah. And then this is another cover of her on a magazine, obviously Elle, and she's covering her one eye and has some weird crow hat. I think that's probably what it's supposed to be. Very strange.
Very strange.
Well, what upsets me about this is like that she is, I'm not going to speak personally about her, that certain people, they bastardize the traditions of our ancestors. When our ancestors weren't inherently dark, it was a different epoch of humanity. The blood of Christ had not yet been shed. When the blood of Christ was shed, it alchemically transformed all of humanity and the earth. Because earth is conscious and aware. All planets are conscious and aware. The cosmos.
I've heard theories like that of people can reincarnate.
I was going to say, have you listened to Rudolf Steiner?
No, he sounds Jewish.
You don't have to take my word for it.
Steiner was a
Steiner branched off from like the whole movement of anthroposophy. Essentially, this was like late 1800s. I don't know. I'm a busy mom. Okay. I'm going to do my best. 1800s, late 1800s. We have people in the West going to the East, learning about their traditions, making all these connections of like trying to understand the spiritual nature of reality and the way that these people perceive God and perceive, the spiritual realms and so forth. Steiner realized after all of his study that Christ was the key, essentially. And Blavatsky didn't, I believe Blavatsky and the other anthroposophists or theosophists, they weren't in agreement fully with that. So there was kind of like this, they kind of, departed ways. But there's certain.
It's interesting, right? Like I've always said that, like, obviously, like Billy's brought this up, where it's obviously like Jesus was important because they made an entire timeline after him, but then. There's still a part of me that questions a lot of this stuff. And I've had Adam Green on the show, and he has an interesting take on all this stuff. And it's just like, I question everything. Realistically, if Jesus does exist, he's going to forgive me anyway. I didn't do anything bad. I don't believe in hell. I think that there's different dark dimensions.
You create your own hell.
Yeah, exactly. I think if you're in your deathbed and you're like, I'm going to hell, I'm a bad person or whatever, then you'll manifest that reality until somehow you get out of it. And as we kind of bring like this, there's some very dark. Yeah, that looks like
Podesta.
Yeah, his art that looks like Jeffrey Dahmer's victims. You know what I mean? Jeffrey Dahmer would do this, which is weird. He was maybe in the occult. There's connections to Jeffrey Dahmer in the occult, and maybe practicing because he's worshiping dead bodies, and he had one specifically on his bed that was like bent back like that, and he would do these weird occult rituals. There was supposed to be an altar in the home of Jeffrey Dahmer. So all these people kind of are connected to this. And if you start looking through, as we said, all this art that they produce, they're kind of showing you out in the open what they're doing. A lot of Podesta's art involves like dead children or what appears to be dead children, hands tied behind their backs. And, a lot of dark aspects of the art.
And dude, it's like, it's not just one piece of art.
No, it's a lot.
Multiple. Like over a dozen. That's one is too much. Like one, you should face the wall and be thrown in a ditch. But like,
it's almost like are these some of his victims too that he remembers? Like some of these images you see.
Man, I don't.
It is. There's some really bizarre stuff to do with the aspects of this and the connections and why have all these cops died surrounding the Clintons and there's people that with Anthony Weiner's laptop supposed to be leaked a lot of this stuff.
Right.
They claim that there's like cops throwing up and also and it's pretty disturbing once you start to look into this stuff, right? And obviously if the average person might not believe in witchcraft and stuff like this, but this is clearly what they're doing. They believe in it. Just because you don't doesn't mean that they don't, and then that they're not actually using it to invoke some sort of demonic beings into this reality.
JJ said that in the chat. He was like, yeah, it doesn't matter what we believe. They believe it.
Yes.
And so 100%. It exists to them.
Faith is powerful.
Yes. Faith is
if
powerful.
You have enough of them doing it.
And perception is reality, right? So
and all these big cases of like missing children, like Madeline McCain is pretty crazy that they're connected to it. And one thing people have to understand is this child trafficking stuff goes a lot deeper than most people want to realize. And it's one, like people are like, there's the arms trade and the drug trade and all that stuff. The biggest one for sure is is child trafficking. Trafficking humans.
Hey, she was found, right?
I don't think so.
Madeline McCain who was the one that was found like
Elizabeth
a decade later?
Elizabeth Smart. They just did a documentary about her.
Smart. Yeah, man.
And all this stuff connects to some very like dark stuff.
That shit was wild. I remember watching like a 2-hour thing on that and I was just like, her fucking family, like that I couldn't fathom, man.
Yeah, and
like
the
I know
amount
you
of
have a
children
kid
that
now,
go missing
so
is pretty wild, dude.
I know this shit probably makes you even more sick now that you have a kid.
There is nothing more evil.
Yeah, that's why I try to fucking joke about this stuff. It's just a dark humor podcast.
You have to have some sort of comic relief, at least to something, not pertaining to the children, but to like to the fucking creeps, right? To these fucking people.
This is supposed to be Jeffrey Dahmer's altar.
The jokes are, we're in the chat room.
So this is Jeffrey Dahmer's altar. He worshipped two skeletons.
Wait, let me see that. Actually, I don't like to see dark things, but
Jeffrey
let me see.
Dahmer had an altar.
No, pull it.
Yeah, how do I? It's not letting me zoom in. You piece of shit.
I can't see very well.
Pull that picture up, Tom.
I'm trying to.
Uh-oh.
Now it's telling me to consent. Do I consent to whatever this is on Spiegel? I don't consent to this Jewish website.
Spiegel?
Spiegel, it's called. Yeah, it's literally called Spiegel.
Demons are very real, but they are not just disembodied Nephilim spirits. People create their own demons because matter, the universe is constantly expanding. It's called the Big Bang. That can exist. And God can exist at the same time, right? So the universe is ever expanding, and all of our words, all of our actions, everything that we do, everything that comes out of us, it infinitely echoes, right? Like through matter, through
space and time.
It's crazy. Yeah,
it's not just the disembodied spirits of Nephilim. That's not the only demons that exist. In fact, mathematically, that makes no sense. People that try to talk about this, right? Demons, people can create their own demons, and so,
no, this is talked about in magical treaties as well, written by occultists. That's how demons are created. We create
how
them.
many people are on the planet? 8 billion at this point.
So they say. I don't believe
And
them,
how many people are completely, clearly demon possessed? Obviously, like there weren't enough Nephilim and whatever.
Well, they're tied to a lower nature.
They're tied. Come from the Nephilim.
They're tied to a lower nature. They're tied to, if anything, if they are oppressed by an entity, it's definitely a lower astral.
The whole world's been captured by evil. Like there's energies everywhere. Like someone brought in this chat about like how many people go missing. Approximately 4,600,000 children go missing reportedly a year.
That's too many.
That's crazy. So like 400,000 children go missing a year in the U.S. and in
how many of them are white?
Probably a lot, but obviously and then through these like, you know, they lost like what is it? It's something ridiculous. 80,000 children went missing at the border, and people believe even this could be connected to some of the stuff with the deportations, even that they're snatching up children off the street. Like that's a possibility.
Yeah.
You know, because like we don't know how sick these people are. Like, sure, we don't need all these foreigners in our countries. I disagree with that. They need to get the fuck back to the subcontinent that they lived in. But you know, and it's so. Yeah, and this is so funny on the RCMP website. 34,000 children were reported missing in Canada, and that was in 2024. 34,000 in a year. Fucking 1,000 is too much. 100 is too much. The fact that there's 400,000 children going missing especially America, and then you think the rest of the world, right? This idea of like how many children are going missing. And then I think it goes back to some of these aspects that David Icke and stuff talks about. And someone that I enjoyed when I was younger and really started getting into this stuff was David Collier. And he talked about the reptilians a lot. And he said that this is why they go missing is they're going into these underground bases and tunnels, and they're being used by these dark energies and these maybe subterranean reptilian creatures that consume fear and energy, right?
Dude, it's so hard to find any David Collier.
It's tough. I still have his video.
Weird enough, I went to elementary school with a kid named David Collier, so that's funny.
Really?
But no, that's one of the first guys that I started watching.
Yeah, I watched. There's that 1994 interview of him talking about the reptilians, and it's
do you know who Anthony Hilder is?
Sounds familiar.
His shit's really good. He was the one pointing out that the Rothschilds are building like these who's the creature from the dark abyss? Not Apollo, but Apollyon or whatever, these temples on their properties. He was like going to their properties and filming. And then his channel got taken down completely off YouTube. He's passed away now, but he if y'all go back, we checked out that Chaos show about Jeff Goldblum. I think he played Zeus, and then it was very gay. We watched one episode and then didn't watch anymore. But the same episode, we watched a documentary, an Anthony Hilder documentary on the Hellfire Club, and how like all these people like Ben Franklin and
Brent Franklin had bodies under his fucking house, man. He had dead bodies were under his home. Did you know that?
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Well, okay, but that was when a lot of those were people that had already passed, and they were doing scientific experiments to understand biology.
Maybe.
Yes,
Maybe.
yeah, you could say
it
that.
wasn't necessarily occultic.
But do we know
the
that?
because literally, if you look,
Babe.
if you look deeper into
So listen,
there's a reason
I'm gonna die
she's
on.
protecting Ben Franklin.
It's not a hill I'm gonna die on. What I'm going to
Ben
say-
Franksist cult boy. So
what
listen
I'm
to this.
going
In
to say is that-
1998, over 1,200 bone fragments from at least 15 people were found in the basement of Benjamin Franklin's former London home, 36 Craven Street, dating.
But a lot of those people like offered themselves up for science.
And this was dating back to 1757 to 1775.
Yeah, so think about it. In 1757, you know, during
they
that
were
time
not
period, they
murder
would do-
victims, but subjects used by a friend, autonomous William Houston, for a secret illegal autonomy school. Still fucking weird.
It is weird as I completely
In the
agree.
name of
Very
science, give me your fucking body, you know?
But it might be why they understand now why
She's
this
just looking
connects
for
to
a
this.
possible explanation, I guess. Yeah, no, I completely feel
I'm
you.
just saying.
I'm sure Ben Franklin fucked
But
kids.
this can be true. at once,
Franklin
right?
definitely was in a secret order.
Yeah,
Can't
he
argue
probably-
that. All the
yeah.
guys were. He wasn't like, oh, well, not for
Oh,
me.
okay.
No,
one of
no,
them might be one of my ancestors. I'm not going to get into it. I might have some ancestors that are
She
founding
may be
fathers.
related to.
Oh,
according
so
to-
whatever. If like if your ancestors Vlad the, he's actually kind of a cool guy, Vlad the Impaler. But you know, it's just like it is.
I
It is
learned
what
the
it
other day
is.
one of my ancestors protected some of the witches during the Salem witch trials.
That's interesting. Think it's fine because they hate our ancestors, all of them. It doesn't matter. We're white.
Yes,
so.
yes.
And the women that they killed during the
anti-
Salem witch trials were not witches.
Well, it was the people doing the burning that were actually the
It
families
was
in
a land
power.
grab. It was a land grab.
Well, yeah.
A
Well,
lot of it.
It was the families in power, I think, and it was the ladies that were coming over from Europe practicing how everyone practiced medicine, pharmakia for generations.
Yeah, that's the idea.
And-
Or they were bitches that got out of line and they're like,
or they were just pagan.
Can't have
Or
them
they
thinking
were
for
women that
themselves.
were
They were
very,
in the
very
forest,
spiritually
um,
gifted, and the men
yeah.
didn't understand, and they were very scared of them.
Yeah, that's what that's what
a lot
I
of
was
men
alluding
can be
to.
Very scared of
Yeah.
men.
Yeah, alluding to is just saying that they don't want women
What
getting
was
out of
that?
line. And they don't like, they didn't like, you know, it's guys, we made jokes with this, you know, guy's wife starts speaking up and then it's like, actually she's a witch, you know.
Yeah, no, totally.
She won't do my laundry.
You
know?
sound just like my psychologist right now. He's like, you know what? I think actually they were just really smart women, and the men didn't like it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
that's the
not
idea,
nice
right?
guy has rated this.
Or it was
stream.
ergot poisoned. You know what I mean? It was ergot poisoned.
Yeah, I've
everyone's
heard that
going
theory
insane.
too.
That would
I
be
don't
crazy
know.
if that was true, though.
I think it was the hysteria that then kind of caught on, right? But
Yeah.
specifically, Rebecca Nurse was like 70 something years old and was like a very devout Christian woman. My 12th great grandmother defended her in court.
That's
and
interesting.
said that she was a very devout Christian woman. She was possibly like spiritually gifted as well, like had prophetic dreams and visions,
Yeah.
right? But oftentimes in Christianity, if a man has a prophetic dream, they're venerated as a prophet.
Yes.
Throughout the ages, if a woman does, it's like,
She's a
oh no, we're
witch.
scared of her. She's a witch, right?
Burn her.
Yeah, I would have been burned at the stake for sure.
Yeah,
But I can guarantee you, I only connect with the Creator and through Christ.
Burn her.
And I get a lot of input at times, which probably would freak out a lot of men.
Yeah. And the thing is too, you know, all these connections to kind of this dark aspect of our reality and what they're doing in these magical practices are probably real. And in the witch trials, we'll cover it. I'm going to cover it on the show at some point. Like there is definitely different theories about like what happened in the past. And obviously these people were just probably practicing some sort of different medicine. They could have been tripping balls on ergot, you know, and like, and when it comes to, as we kind of bring this to a close, this connections to these satanic elites, and that's what they believe they are. They're parasites, but they're obviously, we're heading towards a very dark direction. But I do believe that, like, you know, they claim, you know, supposedly that they do these rituals with adrenochrome, and it's this idea that they're having to adrenalize the blood, so they terrify a young child, and then they drink the blood, and it's adrenalized through fear. So they have to essentially not even torture them, but just put the fear of God into them and scare them to get their blood adrenalized. So then when they drink it, supposedly at these rituals or around campfires, probably, Ben Franklin was out there doing it, just kidding. But they're drinking the blood, and then they start tripping out, and they supposedly see these entities. And it's the same idea of when you look at movies like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, where they almost coined the term where they say it in the movie, and they take it on the tongue, and he starts hallucinating, thinking that he's the devil and stuff like that. So you start seeing these entities.
Love that movie, man. It's an even better. It's an even better book.
I couldn't hear him. Does he speak in tongues in that movie?
Who?
Johnny Depp. He's tripping out. They see he sees lizards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If some people like Hunter S. Thompson, I think he's a very dark figure. I've heard some weird stuff about him.
Before we get out of, no, I've already admitted Hunter S. Thompson's a creep, and that he used to be a hero of mine. Definitely, people know.
I used to like him too, and then I read some stuff. I read weirdly. I wonder if it was Mark Dice's book, but it was there is connections to him, when he infiltrated the Hells Angels, and he would film snuff tapes and stuff like that, supposedly.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Hey, do you know who Michelle LeMay is? Speaking of occult celebrities, do you know who Michelle LeMay and Rick Owens are?
Rick Owens sounds. Oh, I know who Rick Owens is.
The designer that did stuff with Travis Scott.
Yeah. Me and Aaron were talking about this on the Vampire episode.
Pull this up real fast. Hold on. We're gonna talk about this before we get out of here, because this is important too.
Out of my consciousness later.
You'll be fine.
I'm just gonna go to bed.
I know I'll be
fine. Yo, shout out JJ for the $10 donation, Wood Chipper Fund, and shout out Fire Pixie for the 5 earlier.
Oh yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Yeah, and that's the whole idea too for people on Rumble. I just let my money sit there, but people have donated. It's just there's something cheap you can do to help out. It's very easy to do. If we're live on Rumble, is just to send it through an app.
Sorry, I'm just reading this woman's energy, looking at her pictures. It's look, empty. She is a empty vessel.
She's possessed.
Pull it up, Tomcat.
Yeah, we talked about her on one episode. Me and Aaron.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay.
She's an occult witch, and then he showed me Rick Owens.
Already dead.
Yeah, because I didn't know about Rick Owens.
Since you've already talked about her, then
no, but we can kind of. She is. There's some really weird connections to her, and these elites. There's some weird stuff that they're claiming that she was doing with celebrities. She was under. Yeah, this weird freak.
Yeah, he's dude, and it's a blessing, that these celebrities get before they go on a show before they play a show or something. They these people come and they
look at this freak show.
Do they give them a profit? Is that a trans? Is that a trans?
That's a shirt or something. Oh, that is a man.
That is a man.
That is a man.
That's
a man, baby.
Well, I guess
there's some dark stuff with her too, and the connections, and there she is with him, and there's I thought that was her him again. Yeah, there are a lot of these weird artists, and what's her name that you were just talking about? They claim that she was around certain hip hop artists, and there's a video where I think it's XX Tension, one of those really shitty mumble rappers that for some reason get famous. I wonder why. Maybe they sold their soul or something. And so he looks out of it, and she's doing some weird ritual with him in the room, and maybe. There's so many dark aspects. We don't even know how deep this these occult rituals go and what they're doing. Maybe they're doing drugs together, and then she's invoking and doing some sort of ritualistic magic, and then these things are entering
she's doing
his
the
body.
Stuff in the background, and they're doing the physical intake to start the ritual. Like definitely, dude. Like that.
What's the
but
most prevalent?
The priestess has to be there, right? Like Michelle LeMay or Marina Abramović, whoever it is, and they
you need a trip sitter. You need a trip sitter.
There's the portal, but they train these other females, celebrities. Lady Gaga is a great example. Beyonce, a great example. They train them how to be these high priestesses and these dark,
What's the most prevalent STI wizards and witches get?
Are
Hogwarts.
I would not know.
Hogwarts. Oh my god.
That's so funny.
Sorry, our kids are there you go.
It's fine. We'll bring this to a close, but this is pretty. There's, Pizzagate. You guys can let us know what you think. Leave a comment, subscribe, share the show. We appreciate your support. We'll be getting into some more dark aspects of this stuff at some point. But there's a lot of questions, right? There's a lot of children that go missing. What is with the whole symbolism between these emails where they're
not
referencing hot dog as a boy, pizza as a girl, cheese as a little girl, pasta little boy, ice cream as a male prostitute, and even during Bohemian Grove, they were claiming that they would ship in prostitutes, and even this, Davos, when these elites, these parasites go to Davos to have their satanic meeting to tell the world what is happening, because in this climactic rule, they have to show you what they're going to do to you before it happens. So then if we go along with it, then we're kind of allowing this to happen. And then so they actually they will get during Davos, all the escort services are pretty much being used up. You can't find a prostitute or an escort because most of them are at Davos serving people like Mark Carney, who's definitely connected to people like Epstein, and even people claim that Mark Carney was connected to John Podesta. And, Trudeau's there with Katy Perry. She's probably a man and he's probably a woman, and they're all being subverted. They're supposedly you can't get a prostitute because they're all, especially the elite, expensive prostitutes, they're all being bought up by the group in Davos, right? And then you think about how Switzerland has always been what's that word I'm thinking of? Where it's one of those countries, it doesn't take either side. What can I think of? Neutral. Switzerland is neutral, and they think people hiding the gold there from a lot of the wars that even the Nazis stole or took from this art. There's a lot of theories, right? But they're definitely doing. I'm sure they're doing a weird occultist rituals and practices, and probably acquiring children at things like Davos and the World Economic Forum.
Well, dude, think it's not only the child sacrifice and the satanic ritual abuse, but think about all the MK Ultra programming that they put. Yeah. They steal these children when they're young, and then we don't know where these celebrities just pop out of fucking nowhere from, right?
Yeah, and that
it's
new
like
kid,
they program them, these Manchurian candidates, these school shooters.
Look at that young blood kid, bro. Like that.
How many kids do they have that they're just putting out into society, and they have them fucking rigged, ready
that
to
young blood kid definitely sold his soul, and he had he brought up a
young blood.
Kid.
Plus, his music fucking sucks.
It's terrible. Hello there. Who are you, or whatever that song is. The way Canadians say pasta gets me. Pasta. I'm just gonna say pasta.
My dog makes better fucking music.
Pasta. How do you say pasta, bro? Pasta? Do you say pasta?
Pasta. And then, young blood, these kind of celebrities, they're basically gay. They're influencing our children to, they're trying to feminize our young boys, and won't have it.
Yeah, I know. It's
get
crazy.
Fucking drawn and quartered, motherfucker.
Why couldn't the witch have a baby, Jules?
Beats me.
Because her husband had a Halloweenie.
That was good.
It was really hard not to want to drink on this episode. It is because stuff like this going late on a Friday. I'm only doing this for so long. It's just to prove to myself, hey, I don't need this shit. You know what I mean? And work out and get healthier and stuff like that. But for those of you, definitely support the show, share it, subscribe, all that good stuff. Join the Patreon. It's very cheap, and we have a lot of we do early releases.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of Lost Tapes episodes. We have and more will come. There essentially all the videos for Strange Ones and many episodes that we did at the beginning of Strange Ones. That will be Patreon content only.
You and Juan were really good together. I love those episodes. I mean, that was pre Gray Pilled, man. So yeah.
So it's I'll to end this on, I'll show you guys. But this is you guys can get merch. This is the Problem Reaction Solution shirt, and it's Problem Reaction Solution is the idea. And then obviously too we have these symbols.
I was gonna pull this up. This is the shit that you see as well. But these symbols are also you have the butterfly, which comes if you look at the Greek culture from Psyche, we talked about that the other night. The heart, which is just an upside down flame. The triangle, I know that symbol has a
boy
meaning.
Lover.
The triangle is an elemental symbol, I think maybe for fire. But
dude, this stuff is on like diapers and stuff. It's sick.
But it's also the male symbol. But then the swirl is also an ancient symbol for the sun. So
interesting. It says our tattoo shop does not do these tattoos. Because it's interesting that they're like, at least they're based, right? Because I'm sure there's like people, there is people, I was looking up stuff when I was watching stuff about this, and there's like people with connections that have tattoos on it. Like Trudeau's, the Trudeau Foundation, his symbol for his foundation is the boy lover symbol of the triangle going into the triangle.
That's not a coincidence.
No, for sure. He's definitely on the list or whatever you want to call it. Like and the thing is that people don't understand as we kind of bring it, like the world is a really sick place. And if you think Epstein was the only one, like they're like, this is the most prolific child murder. Well, they didn't even say child murder, but child trafficking, pedophile, whatever. There's other islands for sure. And it was obviously a blackmail Mossad operation. There's so much evidence of that. And this is not the only island. They're never gonna get caught unless something like Jesus actually comes down or aliens fuck some shit up or something happens, because like we've seen time and time again that these people get away with murder. They're never held accountable. Even if we perceive that they are, they're probably not. Like the idea of Jeffrey Epstein being, killed in jail, which is probably, could be still alive somewhere. He's chilling on a beach somewhere with another kid.
There's that theory that Charlie Kirk is still alive,
it's weird. Yeah, that could be. His wife's gone buck wild crazy though. Like,
dude, that shit's creepy, man.
She lost her mind.
No comment.
It's okay. But Tom, thanks for inviting me on tonight. This was fun, brother. And guys, if y'all haven't,
it was nice to meet you.
Tom.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. We can definitely do something else.
Yeah, you've been
not so dark and stuff. We cover really fun.
We get into some really cool conversations.
Yeah,
we cover some fun stuff too. It's not all child murdering.
He has the best presentation in a podcast.
Yeah,
go listen to his fucking podcast that he does.
Very well thought out.
Go listen to it.
I try.
The way the way you do it, the way you present it in the facts in the presentation you do. It's awesome, and I always enjoy it. And I appreciate it.
It's uncomfortable, but people need to be made uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable by it because I saw it like 10 years ago, and then I've been on this spiritual, mystical journey, right? So now when I like ingest things like this, I'm like, I have to alchemically like remove it from myself, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, and
you know what I mean?
You gotta do your own rituals to try to shed this off, right?
But this is important. Like, it's important. People need to understand everything is magical in this realm.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk was invited to be Grow. I'm sure he was.
Yeah, shout out Catalyst Jones is in the chat. Shout out the White Rabbit podcast.
They do this trauma-based mind control. They use it generationally. It gets passed down through families a lot of times. These the trauma-based mind control. It's pretty weird. And we cover a bunch of different stuff, like the Francis Cult 1666 will be out fairly soon. On Sunday, I should be releasing the Mormon episode. That will be really fun. It's really interesting stuff for everybody out there.
Oh, interesting.
You had Heidi on.
I had Heidi Love on. It was really interesting. Her internet kept cutting out, and then we had to send her a new link.
Isn't it
and then
funny when that happens?
She said the NSA is on to her. She's like, I wish I was kidding. And I was like, that makes me feel better.
Yeah, like I said, isn't that funny when that happens? Yeah, man.
No coincidences.
You know,
But,
and then, like, you know, and everyone out there. So just to show you guys quickly, we've designed some new merch for the show. So, you know,
I gotta show
we don't get paid a lot, but yeah, here's, you know, brainwashed since birth. You got an MK Ultra design. This is my new favorite. Is the
I gotta buy a couple
chemtrails.
shirts from you, man.
Problem reaction solution. This is the one I'm wearing right now. So I got.
Butterfly is the soul bird.
Yep, and then Order of Chaos, you know, and then if you guys are, you know, this is just for myself and my political fans of my Canadian stuff. Is we have Canada is our country, our people, our home. You know, you have some of these nationalistic designs. This is our country, not yours. So you know, I have this one.
Hey, get it. You guys have a lot going on there.
I love it.
Yeah, a lot of
Good
merch.
for you
So.
taking a stand. You know, I mean,
Canada's fucked. It's my people are being replaced by Indians, and they're just killing people on the road all the time. And you know, it's not all Indian people.
And it's
I'm friends with. I have some Indian friends. I tell them all the time. I'm like, we're being systematically destroyed. We're less than 8% of the worldwide population. They're trying to kill us. We have
to wake up.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm so, and you can follow me at The Raptilian on Instagram if you really want. I never shout out my own social media, but Strange Brew Podcast, all that stuff. We're most active on Instagram. I have 20,000 followers now on my Raptilian account, which is crazy.
Fucking
and,
big up.
Yeah, obviously, everyone support my music, man. I want to fucking. If I could live, that'd be crazy. If I said a buddy, I was like, it'd be weird if I started living off my music before the show. But I got thousands of people on Spotify. Go support the Raptilian on all music platforms. I'm pushing more for YouTube. I'm developing some new ideas for like videos because on YouTube you really need to push videos to get your music out there rather than just like a picture when it gets pushed out by DistroKid or whatever. I'm working on a new album called The White Man's Burden. You can go listen to By God We'll Have Her Home Again. It's my brand new single.
Every day, baby.
Yeah. Have you heard it yet?
No, I'm excited, dude. No, I actually
what kind of music do you make?
You'll see. Why not
seriously?
Yeah, here. We'll play some right now. How do I do this? So I move into new window. So this is my new song.
But it was kind of demonic.
Well, no, it is, and it's subversive, and it's controlled by Jewish record executives, you know. But I'll show you guys it right now. This is my new single. I'll probably and on YouTube for everybody. If you type in The Raptilian, it's gonna say, "Do you mean The Raptilian?" And it's like, no, The Raptilian. So this is I do way better on Spotify. So this is my new single here, screen share. You guys can check it out while we end this. Why not? I'll play it. So check out brand new song. Just released it.
The White Man's Burden, coming 2026.
I'm working on a video for it.
Oh, by God, we'll have our home again. By God, we'll have our home. By blood and sweat, we'll get there yet. By God, we'll have our home. Raise high the red and safe flag. Let thunder crown our name. Through storm and steel, we'll make it real. By God, our home remains.
This is our home, not yours. Hordes of foreigners walk upon our shores. The new world order is here. We're at war. I can give you the crash course so you live through the battle. We attack at dawn. If you don't do it for yourself and your people, what are you doing it for? This is a movement to restore our birthright. You wonder why the youth is turning further to the right when they're told if you're white, you're not worthy of life. How dare you have the nerve to have pride? They say we deserve to be murdered and die. So much for the tolerant left, who's supposed to be shot Charlie in the neck. They're the ones who are the obvious threat when they're not bothered by the death of someone who thinks opposite of them. So just remember, this is your fault when it all comes to an end.
By God, we'll have our home again.
So
his Tom's lyrics are really his. Yeah, no, it's in every song. Yeah, it's very true in that. That's how I felt for a very long time.
Yeah, and this new album's gonna be something very different.
And Tom, you can tell you're pissed off when you're recording.
I purposely do it, and I'll let the
No,
last
dude,
bit
like
play,
your energy, you can.
I'll let
tell,
let it finish.
People may be like, why is he screaming? And it's like, well, he's mad.
So is it an AI woman singing?
Yeah, unfortunately, because I have no one
Let
to
her
sing for
you.
me,
I
developed this to.
I have a very
okay. Yeah, no, I've needed this.
Actually, I've had a low self-esteem like my whole life, but in reality, I actually have like an incredibly angelic, like I'm very gifted.
She has a great voice. She sings me to sleep every night.
I have tons of beats and stuff like that, and I've always wanted to sing her. I've been doing this all on my own for years and years. No one else was helping me. So I decided to create this stuff.
You don't give a fuck, dude.
No, and you can hear this in my lyrics.
This is like your spirit.
Yes, as Jewel said, you can hear it. Like I have a song that's literally called "Sad Song," and I just rewrote it because I was sad one day, and I make it sound like I'm crying in the song on purpose. Like I do these like crazy things.
Yeah, that's
I love that.
Great.
Yeah, so
and people may be like, no, that's not. That's like, no, this isn't trap. This isn't.
No, this is real
ghetto thug culture.
And have you ever seen Tears under a microscope?
Yeah, just check. So check this. This is the last verse.
Fur trade. The government is purposely killing our birth rates. This is our home. This is our birthplace. We cannot be replaced. We created the world you exist in. You would still be living in the Stone Age without white colonialism. Fight against the real threat, globalism. Diversity is our strength. No, it isn't. It's our weakness. Their goal is division. They changed our flag and opened the gates. They openly brag we're being replaced. The road to hell is paved over our graves. We are told to hate our own race. We need to reclaim and embrace our old ways. Maybe Christians need another crusade. We need to fight for the future of our children before it's too late.
So everyone, go support my music on all music platforms, and that shit was like straight from the heart. Like,
it's deep, dude.
You know, and having a new baby girl, I'm very concerned about the future and this perception of white people and how they're trying to demonize it. And this Strange Brew crown or no crown. Are you talking about Crown Royal? No, I'm not.
I respect that.
The thing is, Americans and Canadians are essentially come from the same stock of people, but one chose the crown and others. It was loyalty to this monarchy. And there's people that can debate this idea of like having these rulers over us, but then we can, it's the idea of you hold these people accountable. If something gets fucked up, you have a king and queen to hold accountable. But the thing is, like, there may in the past been some royalty that was noble, and the claim was nobility. Right. You know, a lot of people like Jeremy Mackenzie talk about this, which I find is interesting. Is like when they fought wars and
shout
out
the Raging Dissident.
Yeah, when they fought wars, they would be on the front lines. The kings in some places earned that right to be king. There is obviously the bloodlines,
like my
and stuff
ancestor
like that.
William the Conqueror.
Yeah, so they earned the right. They would be these kings that would be on the front lines, you know, Napoleon Bonaparte. So the people like even like that, right? This idea of they would lead their own troops. They would stand in front. They would be the leader. That's the idea. No modern politician or anyone can claim that they're actually a leader. They're all just parasitic cowards, right? So it is interesting. There is, I think the royal family is probably connected to these very deep satanic bloodlines. Maybe through these idea of the reptilians or these elites that have been going on since Sumerian and Babylon and stuff. But it is an interesting concept to think about, like having somebody needs to lead us to, you know, something good. And if you have someone that's willing to put their life on the line, like there's a point where some of these people in power, they should have to prove that they are willing to sacrifice for their people, like join the military, be a cop, be a firefighter, just to prove that you're loyal. Do something that you'll put your life on the line, right? And yeah, everyone support the show, all that stuff. If you guys are a fan of Grey Pill and stuff like that, you probably enjoy our Weimar Republic episode that me and Billy did. We always talk about controversial stuff and do it in a
all my
heart
people go subscribe to his fucking Patreon. Seriously, it's like $3.50. I'm a member.
All right, we'll just talk for 5 hours if we keep going. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, I wanted to do this justice and really break down Pizzagate because there's some truth to this. Clearly, there's some weird stuff going on. You know, and we've bantered on, I think, a lot. So support everybody, support everyone. You know, love, spread the love around. You know. Spread it around like gonorrhea. Let's do it. Everyone gets infected. Here we go. Okay. Everybody stay strange out there. Like, comment, subscribe, and share.